Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome on YouTube. Welcome on Twitch to my weekly Maker Hangout, where we talk to people from around the world about 3D printing, laser engraving, resin printing, painting, and a little bit of everything. Sometimes we even talk about food. But we got a couple people in the back room. At least we have one person in the back room. I'm going to bring him in. I will share out the link if you'd like to drop in and talk about your projects, what you're working on. We can have up to 10 people on the screen at any one time, and I'll be streaming for 2 to 3 hours. And here in a little bit, I'll post a thing down at the bottom of the screen where you type in the command and you can enter for a chance to win a roll of film from ZYLtech. If you live in the USA, I'm able to give away 3 rolls a month. So each 3 out of 4 weeks, I give away 1 roll of either ABS, PLA, or PETG. And it's US only. So if you're outside the country and you want to enter and you do win, it has to go to somebody in the country. They can simply let me know what kind of filament they want, what color, and their mailing information, and we'll get it sent right out to them. So without further delay, further ado, whatever they want to say, let's bring in somebody I got in the back room here. Hey, Liam, how you doing?
You mentioned food?
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes we talk about food. So. Let's see who we got in chat here. We got Sergio is here first. Hello, Sergio.
Hey, Giorgio.
And then 3D Print Newbie. Hey, what's going on, Newbie? How you been?
Milan, how are you, sir? Yeah, Audra.
Dwayne King, hello. Bag of Chips. How's it going, Bag of Chips? Welcome, everybody. Yeah, I see we got 6 people on Twitch and however many we got over here on YouTube.
I have a question.
One on
bag
YouTube.
Of chips. Is it bag of chips as in American chips, as in potato chips inside, or is it Ireland/UK chips, as in big, juicy, thick French fries that are properly cooked? Not our, like, our chips are actually potatoes,
hey,
not slivers of stuff like you buy in the bag.
Yeah, I asked Sam Prentice. He said they call Doritos crisps. Regular potato chips they call crisps, I guess.
Correct. Yes.
Anyway.
Well, you also in the US they call them chips, right? Yeah. So that's why I asked to be potato chips. Okay, as in the bag. Okay. All right then. So
here's the link if you guys would like to drop in on either platform and let me share out. Let's see, the banner is right here. There you go. And that drawing won't be for a couple hours, but hopefully you'll stick around that long, and we're doing a giveaway in a couple hours.
So 1 week away from Toys for Tots and print shutdown.
And last week, who was it that? Oh, Subsector won the filament. The first person that won wasn't in chat, and then Subsector won, I believe, and then she donated it to you. Did you receive it?
It's on a printer already. It's been printing for the last 2 days.
What color did they send you?
They sent me an army green, which is good for little green turtles.
Cool, because I suggested army green, so I've tried it and it prints nice. I figured, hey,
I'll show you the turtles in a minute, but yeah, it's printing away right now as we speak. Let me go get you one.
Very cool. So what's everybody else up to? What's going on? I got some stuff I've been printing on my new Uniformation GK2 8K resin printer. I'm working on a video for this, but this is from Wicked Art Patreon, and it's the Thing from the Fantastic Four. And he's 75% scale. I couldn't go 100% scale on the resin printer. See, I was able to print his body in one piece, and that's as big as a resin printer could handle. Now, I could have printed him in parts and pieces and glued him together, and I could have went a lot bigger. And then the base here came out really good. I did have some fails on the printer, and I've had some problems, and I'll explain that in my video that'll be coming out in a few days. But, yeah, printed really nice. Oh, those are cool.
Army green turtles. Yep, so they came out nice. So thanks, Kenda. That's where it's going right now. I'm printing turtles with it. Every film that I get and someone says send it to them for Toys for Tots, it goes straight to a printer. So and our official like we have until early next month, but I'm meeting the guys in Southeast Michigan because I'm a hub for Michigan. I'm meeting them next. It looks really good. I'm meeting the guys in Southeast Michigan next Saturday. We're going to meet up at a local brewery, the place that does food. We're going to have lunch there.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Tactile 3D. Hey, Matt.
Hey, how are you?
How goes it?
Sorry I'm late again.
No worries.
So I will have all my prints, all of the guys who are in Southeast Michigan will have sent their stuff to me by, I'll have them mostly by next weekend. That gives me a week to sort them, QA them, count them, and get them ready to drop off to Toys for Tots. And then we start all over again.
Where are you located?
Who, me?
Read a comment.
I need to figure out where to mail mine.
Hey,
So where are you based? Yeah, where are you based? Houston. We have a place in Houston. Let me check. There must be a hub somewhere near you. Just give me a second to find the hubs.
And I'm currently printing this right now. This is a render, Vecna from Stranger Things. I've got the head done and 2 of the back pieces down. I've got 3 more to print, but I'm doing that at 100% scale as it was designed. And then that feedbot that I did, she came out really good. I've been painting on and off for 5 years, but I've never worked with candies before. So she got some candy colors. Her arms do move because they don't glue in. Her head is interchangeable with the ones you see on the table. I'm waiting on some clear coat to come in the mail. I ordered airbrush water-based clear coat so I can put a high gloss on it. But yeah, it came out really good. So
yeah, there was a hub list. Just let me find the hub list. I'm sure there's one there. Or you can send them to Dusty. Yeah, well, you can ship them to Dusty, as he said. He's in New Orleans. He's not that far from you. You can if the amount you have is not too big, you can ship him over to Dusty. He'll roll him into his. He's a hub.
I'll be airbrushing that when I get it done.
Nice.
The head came out really good. This is printed on Chitty iFast. I said chitty, not shitty. Chitty iFast.
Hey, non-fan.
PLA Plus. Hey, non-fan. How you doing?
Oh, someone just popped in.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Nick Build Dad Build.
What's up, man?
Hey, Nick, how are you?
How's it going?
Hey, yep.
Good.
Here's something I'm working on, Nick. Vecna from
That's
Stranger
very
Things.
cool. Very cool.
I'm just printing a backdrop for it now.
I like it.
So I'm just looking to see what we have in your area. So let me see what we have in Houston. Like, if there's no hub in your area, I'm just seeing what we have in the Houston area. So 1 second, I'm just looking through the list of all of the drop points.
There's a mini me.
That's awesome.
Thousands
Hey,
of
Trevor.
years later, people will find them and worship
Busy
them
day
as
is
a
good.
god.
Hey, Trevor. How you doing today? Navarre 3D is in chat, everyone.
All right.
He has a store down in Navarre, Florida. He sells all kinds of 3D printers, lasers, resin. He does a lot of custom work. Great man, great shop. And here in a bit, I'll show you his video.
Sweet.
Okay, Houston, Texas. What county is Houston in?
Harris.
Harris. Okay. I'm just looking through. Oh, you're
Nick,
down there, aren't you, Nick?
I'm in Houston, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so there's actually drop-off points, not our hubs, but there are Toys for Tots locations in Houston. But let me see what we have in Houston as our hubs.
Can you just share the link? in
Okay, we
chat?
have
Look
two.
at it.
We have 3 in Texas. We have Mount Juliet, in Mount Juliet, Rogers, and Leander. So that's Wilson County, Davidson County, Williamson County, and Bell County, and Burnett County. They're where we have hub points. Mount Juliet. Forgive me. Yeah, sorry. Ignore the first 2. So Williamson, Bell, and Burnett is where we have in Texas. There's 3 actually. I have 3 points that Toys for Tots sent to me because I'm the one that made up the list of the hub locations per county. So, the 3 I have in Texas are Williamson, Bell, and Burnett. Which of those 3 are you nearest to?
Can you
So
throw
we
a
have
link in
one in
chat so
Austin
we
and
can
2 in
move on?
Waco.
Are you talking to me?
No, I'm talking to
Guy in
that
chat,
Indian
that
tweet.
Indian third.
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
So we're talking about Toys for Tots, Nick. So the drop points in Texas are Austin, There's 2 in Waco. Yeah, there's 2 in Austin and 2 in Waco. Is what we have. Now, if they're too far from you and shipping it to Dusty Knuckles works better for you, then go with that. Just ping him separately, and then he will send you his address so you can ship to him.
What's new, Nick? What's been going on? How you liking that new camera?
I like it. I've discovered I talk to my hands too much, and like I do this a lot and cause it to start following me and then turn it off. But I do like it. I thank you for the recommendation.
That engine, it's all one. The only Toys for Tots is done through IC3D. There's another one that's been done. Well, there's another one that's kind of been done by MakerDep, but they're part of IC3D stuff. And then there's one other that's been done for kids by Loyal Moses, but that's not Toys for Tots. That's completely separate. That's how they're not even associated.
What's going on? How you doing? So, anyway, next conversation.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just answered the question that he had there.
Nick's wearing jammies. Those are red and black. I used to have a pair. Well, I might still have them, but I don't wear them.
Besides printing, all I'm doing is watching the mission for Artemis. That's keeping me busy.
So, Nick, are you wearing checkered jammies there, or those are your regular pants?
Those are checkered jammies, man. It's cold. It's cold here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 56.
What you call we know what you call cold?
He's warming himself up already with a nice drink.
It's like 46 degrees here.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I'll give you that much. It's cold, much colder here, but yeah, okay.
What you drinking?
Normally it's over 80, 85 degrees here, 10 months out of the year. So this is cold.
Well, it's 26 here.
Are you having any printer issues you want to talk about, or do you got it figured out?
I think I have it figured out, man. I always have this when people are having issues with lasers too. I was having this issue, and I even contacted because I'm like, I just am not getting it, and it was my fault when I was going to level the bed. After it does its like initial leveling, it kind of centers itself, and instead of hitting that first number, like number 1, to bring it over to the center, I was trying to center off of where it was sitting, and it sits up from the bed too far. So you can't get the bed close enough to the thing to get a piece of paper under there.
That's Z offset. Yeah.
I'm knocking the wheels off of that thing, trying to get it to go up high enough, and it was totally user error. As soon as I figured it out, no problem.
Yeah. So it parks above the bed because it doesn't want to be touching it when it heats up.
Usually 10 millimeters.
And then you do what's called a Z offset. So you because I don't know what printer you have. Does it have auto bed leveling?
Mm-hmm.
So what it does, it parks above the bed, and then you set Z offset. So I have to know how far down do I need to come to where the bed is. That's what you do. You do Z offset, bring it down, do the paper leveling, and then once that's done, again with the Z offset, then it knows how far it is to the bed from that point on.
So let me ask you guys a question. So once you do that, if you don't if you just pop your piece off after you print it, and you're going to go print something else, do you level again, or as long as it's on still?
It depends on how you take the piece off. If you have to leverage it off and hard with a scraper, then you're not letting the bed go cold, and it's sticking too much, right? So you don't want to be doing that, because that actually does move the bed around, and now you've changed the dynamics of the bed positioning, right? So you will have to re-level if you do that. But if you let it go totally cold, you should be able to pluck the piece off with your hand without it really sticking. It should release itself. Then you're good, and then you should be able to just repeat the print.
Usually when a bed gets down to 42C, the print is just, you can blow on it and fall over.
They release themselves. Yeah, they do.
If you're really rough and trying to scrape it and get it off early, and you're yanking everything around, you're going to throw your bed out of whack and have to re-level it. If you have a flex plate, you simply pick up the flex plate, tweak it, put it back on, and you're gingerly with your machine. Usually you don't have to re-level. In your start G code, sometimes I might want to reprobe the bed every print, depending on how you have it set up. But as far as going through all that with the paper, usually you don't have to do that very often, unless you're abusive with your machine and things get out of whack.
Let's put it this way. let's put it this way. I have one of my printers. I've been using it for 6 months, and I've only had to level the bed 3 times in 6 months.
Wow. I thought it was like every time you turned it off, you should re-level.
No.
Nick, question: what you drinking? Jack Daniels?
There's a little bullet bourbon right there, orange label. My go-to.
So my Ender 5 Plus, which is a big printer, it's a 350 by 350 by 400 big build area. And it's a glass bed. I just make sure the bed goes cold, pick the parts off, reprint, and then walk away and just let it go. And really? I'm doing toys for tots, so I run about 3 or 4 prints over and over and over and over and over again. Like per day, I run that. I do about 4 sets of prints of the same thing over and over. So it's production. Nice. And like I'm at over 1,800 toys printed today. I'm going. So like it's just by letting it go cold and you don't have to mess with the bed, you just keep printing over and over and over again.
Yeah, I'll wait till my prints cool down. I mean, it's only 20 minutes wait. You know, I mean,
or you can speed it up and put it on the fan.
So you're not popping it off right after it goes. You let it cool down and pop it off.
Hey, Kenda. Oh, by the way, Kenda, the filament that you won and you gave to me, this is what it's making right now.
Army
These
green,
toys.
Cool.
We got army green, and it's printing green turtles right now.
Hey, Subsector.
So this is where your filament is going, the one that you sent to me.
Hey, on the glass bed.
Yeah.
So I have an Ender 3 S1 Plus. It's 300 by 300.
Okay.
I can't find that glass bed on Ender's site. Do I need to find it someplace else?
You should be able to find it on Amazon.
On Amazon, really?
Any 300 by 300 size bed, if the glass is 300 by 300, any 300 by 300 glass bed for a printer will work.
Okay.
May I give you a tip? Go to a glass maker and get yourself a piece of glass cut.
Mirror.
Really?
Mirror is good.
Get a mirror.
Get a piece of mirror. Yeah.
Go to any glass shop. They can cut you a piece
cheaper,
of mirror.
Half the price.
They're almost a quarter of an inch. They're just as thick as the glass bed you're talking about. And I put mirrors on my CR10s years ago with glue stick. But when they came out with flex plates, then I put the magnet down and then I just take the flex plate off. It's spring steel, and I love flex plates, either powder coat, PEI, or textured flex plates.
I'm hearing you guys both say, so I have the flex plate on there right now. But I've heard, man, you got to have glass, and I've heard, flex plates.
No,
awesome.
You don't. No. Flex plates are great. I have some printers that are flex, some with glass. They're both great. I even have G10 on one of my printers as well, a G10 bed. G10 is the same stuff to make PCB boards out of.
My last experience was with a flex plate. I accidentally overbent it, and I got.
Hey, Trevor, why don't you drop in if you got a minute?
Yeah, so just measure the bed and make sure you get the right size. But that's if you want to go glass. But if you have a flex steel, stick with the flex steel.
Okay.
Is it flexible steel or is it really foldable soft material?
It's foldable soft material. It's what comes on there. So
it's probably the BLvD type of material. Then it is. That's okay to print on, but eventually that will get creased. Right. So if it's really bendable, really soft, it's probably BLvD.
Hey, Bill Overbot, how you doing?
If at some point I would recommend changing to a flex steel, if you want to, or a glass bed, whichever you prefer. They both work well. And the flex steel, you just even when it's hot, take it off the bed. Slightly bend it a little bit, parts pop off, push them off, put it back on, and go again.
Like with any 3D printer anyone's ever had, when you buy it, learn the printer, print stuff, and eventually you might want to upgrade this or that. But don't take everybody's recommendation. Hey, change this, change that, do this, do that. No, don't. Yeah, just learn the machine.
I kind of, when people are talking about lasers, I do the same thing. They're like, "What should I get?" And I'm like, "Get yourself a shitty diode to start out with, because you want to have after you've had to fix everything on that, you're going to be a master."
Is it like this? Is it like this?
It is not that bendy.
Okay, so is it metal on the inside? Is it magnetic? Is there metal on the inside?
It's magnetic. It sticks down.
It's a metal flex plate.
Okay, it's probably not
so
BLvD. That's a BLvD surface. This is.
Hey,
It's
Karen, how you doing?
probably Flex Steel then is my guess. Flex Steel are great.
Cool.
I mean, you have to make your own experience and what preferences you like, you know.
Nick,
I mean,
your big laser that you have,
you like.
the big white one, is that
Yes, sir.
a safety cage that's around it so you don't run stuff into it and dent the machine?
So the whole thing, it's designed to pull the whole bottom out. Like there's a 4 foot by 2 foot bed inside there, but it's an open architecture. So you can pull the whole thing out and slide whatever you want underneath there. I have like a 1,000-pound lift sitting on the other side of this, and if I want to put like a grave monument or something on there and lift it up under there, I can. So the cage supports the laser while you so you have that open architecture underneath.
Okay.
So it's a pass-through doors it has in front and back, right?
All right.
Actually, it's just open, man. I mean, this. Like,
it doesn't even have pass-through doors. It's actually
right. This whole bottom half is just like a big table that it sits on.
Oh, I've seen some of those. Yeah, they're not very common. The more common one is the normal enclosed laser with pass-through doors you open up that you push your part through. Yeah.
Yeah. The interesting story about this, and when I was talking to the AP Laser guys, I was like, why do you guys always bring up gravestones? Like they're always like, well, if you're engraving a monument or a coffin, and I'm like, it's just morbid. And I guess the owner of AP Laser used to sell granite to funeral homes, and he saw that you couldn't, like when people were like sandblasting and stuff, they would have like little errors. So he designed a laser that could engrave like big marble tombstones and whatnot, and that's the reason it has like that kind of open architecture.
Yeah,
but I've seen people put like the hood of a car underneath there.
Yeah.
Are you on Twitch at all, Nick?
I mean, a little bit, not I mean, just as a spectator.
Okay. Because a man in chat was wondering what your name was on Twitch, but if you're not running a channel, then no one can follow you on Twitch.
Yeah, I don't have as of right now. I don't. I'm just a dude on Twitch.
All right.
So did they give you the lift? Did they give you the lift underneath it, or is that your own?
No, the lift came with it.
Yeah. No, I've seen what they have. Yeah. So it's basically a H frame underneath, and then you have a slide in that you have a lift to bring stuff up and down to bring it to focus on the laser.
Hey, local maker. I have a lot of diode lasers, and in my opinion, almost all diode, almost like kind of like with 3D printers. But yeah,
the only difference is the amount of power they have output.
Yeah,
whether they have 1, 2, 3, or 4 diodes inside it, that's all that changes them.
Yeah, pretty much.
CO2, it's all about the tube and the power supply.
The CO2, I've only got a small K40 like Liam has.
Yeah. But you can turn any CO2 laser into a more powerful one by putting in a larger power supply and a bigger, more powerful tube.
Oh, I know what I want to ask, Nick. You're in Houston. It gets colder in the wintertime than it does in Vegas, or maybe about the same. You get down below freezing. And what about that laser and chilling and running your whatever in the wintertime? You don't want your lines to freeze up. You don't want the tube to freeze. Your garage is insulated, but it's not heated 24 hours a day, I don't think, is it?
No. No, I have antifreeze that I run in the lines as opposed to water.
Okay.
So, and it's funny because their antifreeze, I think, is just I think it's just water and vegetable oil. Don't tell anybody, but I think that's kind of I don't know the parts of it. And I wouldn't suggest putting that in a laser, but I think that's what it's made out of. It's just like they have an oil in there that keeps it like thicker consistency, so it doesn't freeze, and it doesn't get that cold here. It'll freeze once or twice a year, but it doesn't. We don't freeze for months at a time or anything either.
Yeah, Vegas the same way. I mean, there might be a few days that's down to 28, 29 degrees, but it's pretty rare. And my garage is insulated, my door's insulated, but I thought about putting my K40 out there just to get it out of the house.
Well, it might be okay for you because it was where you are, Jerry. Where I am right now, my cooling system would freeze over.
Yeah. Karen, what's going on?
Freezing here.
Not much. Karen? Doing okay. Doing fine. Living the dream.
Clark, down in Australia. That's Nick from Blvd Build up above you. He's got an awesome channel. He's a real cool guy.
Yeah.
How's it going? I'm trying to.
I'm sitting here watching the sun come up. Lovely sunny morning here today. It's going to be a balmy 25
Well, it's your
degrees
springtime
Celsius.
right now.
Yeah, we had 30 degrees last week, so yeah, it's getting
Well,
nice.
see, that just sickens me. We have 30s as well, but it's below.
Yeah, but it's got that funny,
it's on the other end of the spectrum. It's
got
Fahrenheit.
that funny F in front of it. Yeah, one of those stupid
it's
characters in front of it.
27 degrees outside right now.
Yeah, we'll be getting that today. No problem.
No, Fahrenheit 27
I
degrees.
know. Yeah, you got those freedom units. So it's funny F for freedom units. Yeah.
Hey, Tripod.
No,
how's it
F
going,
is
buddy?
for effing cold.
Hey, Tripod.
Here's a
Hey,
link.
troublemaker.
Drop in.
Not wrong.
Hey, John.
Hey, John, you want to pop in and talk to Blvd Build? He's on.
Oh, John, how are you doing with the snow? Did you get much snow over in Chicago? There's parts of well, I suppose you're on the east side. It wouldn't be so bad. Do you see what Buffalo and those areas are getting?
Buffalo's got massive drop.
It's because they're on the east side of the lake.
Yeah,
And the
lakes now.
the wind is coming in from the west, so it's picking up all that moisture as it travels over the lake. All that because the lakes are still warm, and it's dumping it all on land when it passes over. All that lake is snow.
John with Tripod's Garage just bought a 100-watt fiber laser. I believe it's 100-watt. Pretty positive.
Jesus, is he engraving the moon?
Ooh.
Yeah. 100 watts, crazy. I think Trevor's got a 30 and a 35 that he works with out of his store.
Was it 30, 35, or was it 30 and a 50? He said he had. I don't know. He's in chat. He'll let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but John's got
100 watt though. Jesus. Yeah, he sat there and sent messages to Artemis on the way back. Yeah.
But no, it's see Artemis, guys. Artemis.
Yeah. Yeah, I was amazed to see it went off without a hitch. I was thinking, oh God, they're going to cancel again, or
that was finally got it off the ground. Actually, that was great to see.
Yeah,
actually, to stay without a hitch, they had some hitches that they had to fix beforehand.
Yep,
they had
the red team got called out.
They had another fuel leak, and they sent guys out there while it was still fueled to go out there and went out with their wrenches, and they tightened down on a few bolts to fix that.
Yeah.
So they got lucky with that one. There was a few other smaller stuff, but they could manage to sort them out. But yeah, it was there was still about an hour beforehand. There was still a possibility we're going to scrub it.
Sitting there at -10 and waiting. That was a long out, 45, 50 minutes watching that 10 minutes.
It was 2:30 a.m. in the morning. I went to bed after the launch.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it was worth it. It was worth to see it going off well.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got the Zolon. Hey, Zolon.
Man.
Hey, Zolon.
How are you feeling?
Everybody in chat, please re-enter hashtag USA. I forgot to turn them on in the background. So if you've already typed it in, please retype it in. I just now got it collecting names.
So somebody else popped in?
Ladies and gentlemen, when I see him, I'll say his name. I'm looking for him.
Hey, Local Maker, how are you?
Hey, Local Maker. Where's the camera at, buddy?
Probably John or something. But
yes, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Tripod's Garage.
Hey, John.
Hey, John, how you doing?
Hey, John. Oh, that's a beast.
Which one is that, John?
Hey, Tripod.
Hey,
Let's pull him up here and take a peek at what he's got there.
Is that the M1?
That's huge.
That
looks like an M1.
It looks like his connection's breaking up.
Yeah.
Get it stabilized.
Yeah, we can't hear you, John.
Yes, M1.
Okay, now we hear you.
There we go.
Nice.
How you liking it so far?
John, your video and your audio is
potato.
Blame the snow.
yeah.
Usually he's got really good video.
I know.
Potato, you're not liking it, dude? I haven't messed with it a whole lot.
Carrier pigeon internet.
Oh, it looks like it cleared up.
Yep, there we go. It seems to have improved.
Can you hear us, John?
Nope.
Well, soon
No,
he
he's
can hear
muted
us.
at the moment.
Well, he's muted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's just trying to sort it out, but the picture's cleared up.
Yep. A little bit.
Yeah.
But it looks like and now it locked.
Huh.
Guess we have a problem with the
That's
connection.
strange.
Yeah.
I had an issue with a live on here the other day where if I had my camera on, it would glitch. If I had
Tom
two
Lama.
cameras on, it worked fine.
Mm.
It's the weirdest thing.
Here you go. I made a part of a city from Amsterdam.
I'm looking now.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically, you see a bottom layer, the first 2-3 layers are blue and the gray on top, but I think I should go back on the white. Blue and white, I think looks better.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got the real Sam Prentice. Hey, Sam, how you doing?
Hey, Sam.
Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. How's it
Hello
going?
there.
And we
Hey,
got
Sam, how are you?
tripod popping back in.
Let's see if
Oh
John's
yeah,
got it.
where's he popping out of?
Waiting for his video to
Do
pop.
you really
up,
want to
I'll
know
bring
the
it
answer
back
to that?
in. Sam Prentice, neck build dad build Sam Prentice.
Hello, 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 hello.
Real
So
Sam.
how are we?
The real
he
Sam
really
Prentice,
real?
not the fake one.
Definitely real.
There we go. Can you hear his tripod?
Nope.
No, we still have a
I love
problem.
how mute tripod is nowadays.
Huh.
Yeah,
His
his video is
Got a bad
still
connection,
glitching pretty
yeah.
bad.
Take your feet off the cable.
Yeah.
Take your foot off the cable.
Yeah.
Turn it off and
Sorry.
turn it
You
back
have
on.
Oh yeah. You
You-
have only one
you-
foot. Sorry.
Your connection cannot handle streaming to OnlyFans at the same time.
That's
Ladies
it.
and gentlemen, we've got Tom Lama. He's been doing some awesome work on the CNC, making some really
Hey, Lama.
killer cutting boards.
Well, I mean, that's
There we
the
go.
reaction. And that's a reaction.
That's some excited. Thomas is excited. That's some
Yeah.
going. Whoop, whoop.
Hey, Tom Lama, when I wake up in the morning, I sit on the couch, turn on the big TV I got out there, and I grab my phone. You're on. I type on my phone, and I don't come into here later getting on a Twitch.
Yeah, I got that.
Anyway,
That doesn't mean I'm still not going to bitch at you.
so how'd the convention go, Sam? How was it? I seen your video this morning. It was great. Or I seen part of it.
Yeah, do you know what? Just an insane amount of things going on right now because so Formnext is in Frankfurt in Germany. I popped along last year, and of course we were still coming out of COVID. The event was still big. I can't remember how many. I still think it was maybe 4 floors, but it was packed. So I think there were about 800 people exhibiting there this year. A lot of people from America. There was a whole American thing, which was great. And of course, there was tons of influencers there as well. So John from Proper Printing was there. Stefan from CNC Kitchen. Pooch from Repcord was there. Joel Telling and Zach from 3D Prints. There were just tons and tons of people there, and people I didn't know. All that kind of crazy stuff. But the technology that's coming out at the moment is just insane. And, catching up with tons of people like, I don't know, Snapmaker that perhaps I wouldn't have seen there before. I think the only people that weren't there was Bamboo Labs. I saw 1 or 2 of their printers, but ultimately,
They're too busy printing money.
Creality, yeah, probably, yeah. Creality were there in quite a big way. In fact, their co-founder was there, and if you see my my latest video where I interview them, and didn't quite expect to hear the response that he gave me, which was I asked him a question, he answered me in Chinese, and then someone else comes along and then interprets the whole thing, which was kind of weird. But that was so. Yeah, we obviously understood what I was saying, but he couldn't speak English, which was. I don't know. It was a strange situation for me for sure. But there's some great technology out there, and I think you're going to start seeing metal 3D printers that are desktop style quite soon. Next few years, I think that's going to be a thing.
You just need to get the pricing of it. Well, there's 2 issues about those. One is the actual metal dust is expensive.
This is rodded. This is rodded filamented.
So it's more. It's more like a welding of the head using lasers. Okay.
Well, it's funny because I said the word welding, and he went, "No, And I was like, definitely is, because when you weld, you feed the metal in, depending on what you're welding, of course. You usually
MIG
feed
welders,
the metal in.
welders, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, well, not so much. He was like, no. And I said, okay, well, I can see what you're doing. You're using the laser to heat this, and then you're basically pushing it in. It's, but they did a 3D printed benchy, and they're kind of like the market leaders in this laser technology, which was bloody awesome.
Is that is that true? PioCreate?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So PioCreate do some nice stuff. They do some really big pellet extruder and printers with built-in CNC heads. So they actually print it with plastic, extruded right through pellets, and when we're done, they go over, part the head, do a tool change to a CNC head, 5-axis, and come out, and then they finish the part off with a 5-axis CNC head. So you get a finished product out of it. That's what they're doing right now. I've seen some of the PioCreate stuff. It's nice.
I've seen Joel's video where he's driving around the little car outside that you walked by. He's out running around the parking lot driving it. Yeah, that was a bike. That was an electric bike that you pedal, and basically that was the internals of it, and then they printed a framework for it on the outside, which was kind of interesting. But yeah, I mean, strategist that was with, but you might see some more familiar things coming next year. We'll have to wait and see what happens on that one. So
yeah.
And the new Bamboo Labs coming out. I reposted some links I've seen on that where they dropped LiDAR. They got rid of the outside shell, but you can buy different versions of it.
It's a cheaper version, yeah.
The problem is, it's not an actual product. It got leaked. It was a product they were looking to launch. They haven't actually made any of these yet, so you're not going to see it until probably end of Q1 next year, I wouldn't imagine. But it was leaked, and then Uncle Jesse and people like that have sort of jumped around on it, making content around it.
On their website, they've got pictures and they got spec sheets comparing the current version with the one coming out.
Yeah, because they ran with it, because obviously it got leaked, and they were like, okay, where's the source? And they had all the technical literature already for it. So they were like, okay, let's do it. So as you know, because the last time I was on, I was due to have a meeting with Bamboo Labs on the Sunday. And Sunday at 4 p.m., I was looking out of my window, wondering whether or not to cut the grass. And is the grass too wet, or is it just right? And I completely missed the meeting. So bit of a faux pas for me, completely. But luckily enough, I managed to pull it back, and I kind of know where we're at now. But it just so happens that on that Sunday, they were in crisis meetings because this information had been leaked on the internet anyway. So it was kind of a blessing in disguise, I think.
So you missed the meeting because you do so much grass.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it just went out of my mind for a few moments. I think I just needed a little bit.
Switch to the gummies are easier. Yeah.
Yeah, I just needed to perhaps relax for a bit and just
buy a whiteboard. Have a whiteboard somewhere near you and have things written on it with a marker so you remember everything.
Now, wait a minute here. We need to be careful here. We have Karen over here, and we know he likes animals that eat grass.
I see. Okay.
Come on, be fair, Zol. We found a third use for them now. Wool.
Go on.
Wool.
Wool?
Yeah, the third use for them. Wool. Yeah.
So
behind meat.
For those who don't know, the Kiwis have a similar running joke that the Montana people have when it comes to sheep.
Or Welshman.
Scott, Latine, how you doing?
Scotsman. Yeah, 5th axis is coming. I agree, Scott. I think it's going to become. There's some makers who have developed their own, but I think 5-axis printing is a big thing.
I think robotic arms maybe do the printing.
Well, you don't have to have a robotic arm to introduce a 5th axis, because you can actually put something on the build plate to actually give you that orientation to axis 5, and that's what's probably going to come into play rather than 5-axis than a robotic arm. Robotic arms are very expensive to do. It's a lot easier to put something that replace the build plate that actually can either rotate the
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Tripod again. Hey, Tripod.
Yeah, router was acting up. Yeah, all wacky. We had some wacky tobacco.
It's still a little wacky.
At least the audio
still is quite wacky.
Are you on Wi-Fi or are you on hardwire?
At least it's not on fire, right, Karen?
Absolutely. It's a win.
Yeah.
It's a win.
John,
There's no
are
smoke.
you on
What are
Wi-Fi?
we looking
Are you
at,
on
John? What are we
hardwire
looking
Ethernet?
at?
Wi-Fi. The garage is finally all electrical and done with the two 220s for the welder and the plasma cutter. So I'll
But
be
you didn't
doing all that
manage
next
to run
month.
any Ethernet cable?
It's happening. Calm down
Okay.
there, Skippy.
Skip.
You know, yes, I'll be. And
That was good.
What laser are we looking at, John?
that's them. So.
What do you think about the M1 so far?
M1. It's not bad. I had a problem with doing it stretching. It was doing some weird stuff. But then
Yeah, it's not even Christmas yet.
No.
yeah, so hold on, let me the camera's all messed up here. So I was doing a large batch, and then the ones on the outer edge were stretching out the characters.
Oh, weird.
Wow.
And then but then I ran one more test batch because and they all came out perfect. So I don't know if it was a problem with me messing with them after they were already placed, but
So did you do the
so
batch
two tests
processing
came out
thing?
bad. The last two tests came out fine. I'm sorry.
Did you do the batch processing function
Yeah.
for the M1?
So yeah. I mean, it's a good idea when it works. I mean, because it does good smart placement, but they're not exactly centered, so to speak.
Yeah, they're not perfect.
I mean, you got to tweak, and yeah. And I did the two rock coasters here. This also had a problem. I don't know what's on this camera. Ooh, which camera? So, and
okay.
Carpet all wet, Todd.
Why is the carpet all wet, Todd?
when I did
Might blame beer.
but come on, what movie? Come on, people.
Christmas
I don't
Vacation.
know. That
come
went
on.
right over my head.
You don't know that
I saw the
movie?
No.
Ah,
I
Chris-
couldn't
Christmas
understand
Vacation.
it because you're still glitching.
why is the carpet all wet, Todd? Am I glitching? Anyways,
audio is
I did the what? That's not good. Not good at
yeah. It looks like you have lag.
Yeah,
I'm
listening
always
to you,
lagging.
Tribal, it's like listening to Liam at the moment.
What's that supposed to?
You have permanent lag, Liam.
yeah.
I know where
Liam's
you
so
live.
impressed.
Brendan.
Look at his face.
Remember that. I know where you live.
Really? Yeah, look, somewhere on this planet I live. Yeah.
Anything anybody wants to
All right,
talk
let me
about,
try a
just jump
different,
in, interrupt, and
different
talk.
Wi-Fi source. Give me a second.
All right.
No good can come out of that, Sam. You're right.
Anything you want to talk about, Nick? Anything going on? What's new with you? How's the family? Everything.
Nick's muted
Whatever you want to talk
himself.
about.
You're on mute.
Is anybody familiar with Motorhead Garage?
No.
Band?
No. AP Laser reached out to me about 2 days ago and asked me if I wanted to be on an episode of Motorhead Garage. So I'm going to be flying to Tennessee right after.
Isn't that a TV show on like Discovery or something?
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking.
Yep.
Okay.
they have an AP Laser in the shop. They use it to like engrave headers. I say headers, but it's not headers. It's whatever's on the top of the
The intake
the
manifold?
valve cover. Yeah,
Cover.
the thing that you
Yeah.
see when you flip that thing. I'm not a car
Oh,
guy.
the valve covers. Okay.
Yeah. They use it to do stuff like that. Anyway, they asked me to fly out there and be on an episode and kind of like, I guess, pump the channel a little bit, but also kind of be like a little like host, I guess. I don't know. I have no idea what it looks like, but they're going to pay for me to go out there, so I'm down.
Are you going to take the lab coat and the big funny glasses, or?
I might take the lab coat. I'm gonna see if they'll. I want them to, because like we're gonna go out there and we're gonna do 2 spots. So we're gonna go out there and talk, about AP laser and whatnot. But I'm gonna see if they'll let me like either drive or ride in something gnarly, right? Like it's a garage. Like they do all sorts of, crazy upgrades and mods to vehicles. So I want to be all over that.
Do you guys remember the show that was on about 6 months ago? I don't remember if it was that show or a different one, but the owner takes somebody out in this really fancy car. They're hauling ass down the street. His brakes goes out. He goes through an intersection and he wrecks it. Live on camera. They were filming us in a chase car and the brakes went out on the hot rod and he wrecked it at the red light. It was crazy. I'm
down. Let's do it. But I mean, I've got like, other than that, the channel and stuff, like to me, like a lot of people do a lot of content around Christmas, and I don't. I tend to do more family stuff. So I will film content, but a whole lot probably won't come out until the first of the year, just because I like to spend time with the kids and do that kind of thing. But I will be on Motorhead Garage at some point in time.
Cool. Awesome.
They're probably recording 2 months in advance.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sure they are.
A lot of those shows, when it's TV shows especially, they do months in advance. On average, about at least between like I've been involved in doing TV shows about astronomy and stuff. So, and they're normally done. You normally record at least 1 month in advance, if not more, and you have time for editing and getting everything ready.
Hey Nick, the real Sam Prentice had one of his R2D2s in one or more Star Wars movies, and he was the operator in the movie.
Oh, that's cool.
And that's 2 years in advance of the movie release.
I did do that.
Don't we see you somewhere in the woods in one of the scenes where you're like in the back, like with a remote control, but you're like in the shadows?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, kind of, yeah. Jonas Chewbacca was in there at that point in time, which was nice. But yeah, I did a bit of that. You know me.
Very cool. Very
bit
cool.
of this, bit of that, bit of the other.
Stepping in on.
I've worked behind the scenes on about 3 different series, but nothing on camera.
So wasn't there an R2D2 that was doing this in one of the movies? How did that happen? That was real technical, wasn't it?
In that one, yes, it was me underneath the R2, being directed by J.J. Abrams to make R2 move from left to right, because obviously it doesn't make that movement on its own, bizarrely enough. So there was a ton of stuff with that. There's a really, really good experience of working on episode 9, and you never know what might be in the future. So see what happens. I'm building another droid at the moment, in fact. Not an R2, but it's a different droid from Andor.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Can you not do that with hydraulic, maybe, that it goes like this?
You can have some rods installed into the feet, but that's an additional thing. So if the director asks and says something like, there's one particular scene where C-3PO loses his mind, and R2 fires this thing out, and it goes into 3PO's head. That was all CG, because practical effects can only go so far, and of course, if the director doesn't ask for it way in advance of time, we can't then just magic it out of nowhere. So the practicality of that is getting underneath the droid and hiding behind it just out of shot, so you can wiggle your hands around, which was a bit weird in front of 300 people. So there you go. While I was down in the dirt.
Does anybody know how to convert Adobe Illustrator files into something that I can use as a 3D model?
Not without Illustrator, I don't think so.
What can you? I mean, when you say 3D model, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to convert it into like an STL?
Yeah, somebody sent me a Adobe Illustrator file that I want to turn into a coaster.
Convert it to an SVG.
Hey Dan, how you doing?
Oh, thank you. Yes, that's actually the solution. Thank you.
I was overthinking it.
An AI file?
My head's killing me. I'm not doing very well. So
I believe Cura will import an AI file, if it's an actual AI file, and let you just extrude it in Cura.
Yeah, but he doesn't need that. He just wants an SVG because it's not
You want to
3D.
show that tripod?
Yeah, I can show that.
There we go.
Let's see here.
Make you big.
Ooh, Enterprise.
cool.
Okay. I got to get going. My apparently lunch is done.
All right, so
No worries, Zolan. Nice to
Have a
see you.
great day.
Here's the one.
Yeah, it came out pretty good.
Yeah,
It
I
came out very clean.
I like that a lot, and I'm not a big, I like the Star Trek.
What
Does it
power
have-
was that, John? How much
John,
power was
does
that?
it have
putting
air
out?
assist?
No air assist.
Because some of the stuff is really close, and air assist would actually make it come out cleaner.
I know. Yeah.
That's still really
No
clean
air-
for the,
it's-
for the
Yeah,
font
I mean,
size
it's
and the that's clean.
What'd you do that on a tripod?
What's that?
What laser
Just-
did you do that on? Is that
That's
on
the
the M1?
M1. Yeah.
Really? I've
Yeah.
not played with the laser hardly at all on that. I was cutting shit with it because I can't do that on the
Yeah, that's it. Right now, that's actually for the rest of the video, I got the tumbler, a cut, and what else? Vinyl. So I was kind of hoping my daughter would be here, but she does all the vinyl stuff. She has a Cricut and has her own like crafting website and stuff.
Is
Has
there
all this
vinyl,
stuff-
laser set vinyl?
No, it's a 2-in-1. It's got a cutting head in there.
Oh, so it has a swivel blade. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Yeah.
Oh, something you didn't know? Is that possible?
I got a pivot.
Yeah,
Okay,
so-
yeah. Nice.
Has all of Maddie's stuff left the garage finally, John, or not?
Yeah. It's this is now all my mess now to clean up.
All yours. So you can't blame her
Yeah.
for any of the mess in the corner now.
Oh no, well,
Uh-oh.
3D printers are being packed up. All the Mr. Carves are being sent back. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. That whole center should be gone within next week. Finally, I mean, the electrical literally was just finished last Saturday in the garage.
Come on.
Yeah, it's and then I got the replacement Z-axis for the Omtech laser that was kind of destroyed during FedEx shipment. So yeah, Nick got you're with AP lasers. I'm with Omtech. So because I think it was Lightspeed that said that you knew of one other person that got the AP laser, right? On the stream with Jerry a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, mine's I got the 100-watt fiber laser from
That's just crazy amount of
Omtech.
power.
Sweet.
Oh yeah.
Can you send me an email, nick@build.build.com? Just
Yeah.
I get questions
That's
on Omtech, and I like Omtech's a laser I've never worked with, so I would much rather throw questions to you for that.
Oh yeah. Just throw it in the private chat.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it's I got the crate last weekend because the first one was damaged by FedEx, and then I sent that one back, and this one was damaged even worse by FedEx.
Nice.
So,
I've got a question for Tripod regarding DaVinci Resolve. If you got a quick fast second.
hey, go ahead.
They used to have snapping whenever I would cut and edit videos, line them up, they would snap in place. Have you noticed that feature disappeared, or may have turned something off?
Check. We could offline. We could try a.
Okay.
It might be which preview you're in for editing,
All right.
because it's still there. I mean,
Okay.
my last video for that Huracan, I thought was going to be a lot easier than it was going to be because Sans he made it look like it was real easy for his Huracan. I had a huge issue with mine. So
And then page flip disappeared. I used to like using
Sam looks
page
frozen.
flip.
Oh no, he's still
page-
moving.
Page flip is a transition. The page flip is no longer there, so I don't know. I guess they took it away. One of their updates.
I don't really. Yeah, I don't use their transitions. Actually, I use the fade in and fade out where you grab the corners between each edit each slice, and just
and drag them down.
I do it like by 0.5 seconds. Well, no, just each corner, and you just pull it, and then that gives a soft transition from one to another.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a. I'll be building my editing PC next week. Ordering the parts, hopefully tomorrow for it, because that Mac, the 2016 Mac bar is struggling, man. Absolutely struggling.
And I thought DaVinci Resolve was what was locking up my computer when I was rendering videos onto my hard drive, because my computer would lock up, I'd lose all video, and 4 or 5 times later it'd work. Well, yesterday I'm online, I'm slicing a file for a resin printer, and all 3 of my monitors went out. So it must be my 1080 Ti card having issues, because I wasn't doing anything that was pulling a lot of CPU power or anything, and my video went out. So.
Yeah. I gotta get 2 videos out, and then I'm done with doing reviews for other people until the beginning of the year. So almost like what Nick said, it'll be my video time. So bust out the finally get that plasma and the plasma CNC out. Have some fun.
Yeah, I gotta get. I took on too much. I have too many things that I'm reviewing and whatnot. And people are like, do you build anything anymore?
Yeah.
Like,
no, that's the biggest problem, right? It is. I ignore literally 75% of the stuff that hits my inbox. Because it's either the same, looks like the same thing, or it's just, I know it's just something I'm not interested in. So,
my new response is like, what makes yours different than everything else I've reviewed? And if they can't give me an answer, I'm done. You know?
I get at least, so as soon as I release a video, I get bombarded with another group of emails. And it's always the same lasers. It's always the same companies every time. I'm like,
we know, John. It's all just crutch porn. We know.
Yeah, it's true. So.
Come on, that was funny.
Well, yeah, it's like, I was on. I think it's funny. You know my humor, Tom.
Oh, I know. That's why I wouldn't have said it otherwise. I know you think it was funny.
Well, it took Jim from the Edge of Tech. It took Jim from the Edge of Tech to adapt to my humor a really long time.
Yeah. Some people don't.
We know, John, you're funny.
Understand.
And many Long Island iced teas later.
Yeah. You don't want to get me with the Long Islands. So we're at this restaurant. I knew I could have sworn I only ordered 3, and here comes another one. I'm like, I'm already well lit, and this was at Irv. I'm like, and Sam's like, no, you did order it. I'm like, what? No.
3 Long Island iced teas.
I don't know if he told everyone, but everyone insisted that I ordered it, so I drank it. I should never drink that 4th one. So
made you legless, did it?
Yeah. So
I could still crutch around. I don't know how, but I was still able to move around.
When is Jim changing his channel from Edge of Tech to Edge of Desk?
Edge of Desk.
Because he's been all the time on his desk right now, so. We're asking when is he going to change his channel's name from Edge of Tech to Edge of Desk?
Oh, I don't know.
Edge of Desk.
Yeah.
You
haven't seen some of his recent videos. You'll get it if you see looking at some of his new videos.
I heard he stopped making it. I heard he stopped making any videos now. He's given up completely after the ridicule that he suffered from Earth onwards. That's why.
So
he's just going to do live.
I know Jerry has that. Jerry has the OBS camera. Who else has the? You got DeWitt has the OBS camera. Who else has it?
He's got the 720. I got the 1080. It's okay. It's replacing my Logitech Brio that I had, which is a 4K camera. So, I mean, it's all right. I'm not jumping up and down. It's the greatest thing on the planet, but it's all right.
I gave that up a little while ago, Jerry. I don't know, maybe a few months ago, but
Yeah.
What, jumping up and down?
Yeah.
I want to see you jumping up and down. Is that like a pogo stick?
Oh, jumping jacks is my. I reinvented it.
Okay, I need a video.
I don't know if
I need a video.
I don't know if Nick knows. Does Nick know that I only have one leg?
He does now. You just said it.
What do I not know? Hold on.
He's called a tripod for a reason.
Yeah, it's not because he's wearing down.
He was hung like a baby.
Yes. Well, Sam had to peek on that when he stayed at my house, huh?
Well,
Thank you.
Information. Far too much information, John. Thank you very
Good on
much.
a pogo stick.
Sounds like he's my
Of course, he wasn't impressed. So,
Well, I mean, he was on the stream a couple weeks ago when he had said that he did the grab to double check. From the. I remember.
Don't dig a hole there, John. Get very, very careful.
Come on.
You know what might be interesting? Tripod on a trampoline.
Grab to verify.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Dan, DB3D. Hey, Dan, how you doing?
Hey, guys. Oh, wait, that's TH3D.
I was going to say it's got a TH3D head.
where have you been hiding?
Everywhere.
It's in Tim's ass.
Dan, there's Nick, Blvd, Bill in the middle. I'm not sure if you guys met before, but.
Get aside.
Hey, Nick, I got a question for you. Your content is, I would say, is very, it's where I want to, been wanting to push mine for a long time.
Okay.
It seems like that your community actually accepts your joking around and stuff in your videos.
Yes.
Yeah. And how do it seems like you're no short of getting content either, even though how you do your videos.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So because I put some in your windows in mine, but I've followed your channel for a long time, and when I was like, oh man, you got some great humor in there, and some of it really slides under the radar with so.
That's the point.
The
Yeah.
question is, do you have to write that down, Nick, and think about it, or does it come to you while you're doing the video and you just go off on it, or how does that work?
No, that just comes out of my mouth. I just don't censor a lot of the stuff that I do in the video. But so just FYI, my channel grew a lot slower because of that. Yeah. I could write you out a very easy script on how to grow a channel faster than mine. And make you money faster, but it just wasn't me. I don't want to be every other guy that you watch. So I decided that I was going to make that choice, and I made it. And listen, I've missed some brand deals and stuff because of it, and I don't give enough. You know, I got to be me, and I got to stop moving because it's making me sick. I got to do me, or you know what I mean. Like if I'm not doing me, see, I did this and it came back on.
You got the OBS camera.
It's just not. It's not genuine, and I don't like. Everybody's like, why don't you do more voiceover? And I was like, because I don't feel like you're in the shop with me, type thing.
Yeah, people get butthurt nowadays.
Too easy.
Yeah, and yeah, I offend people all the time, and they let me know about it, and they can stick around or they can take off.
Yeah. Well, people we grew up in a time where we grew up with thicker skins.
Yeah,
and
thicker skins.
Today,
no such thing as PC.
They have a skin as thick as crepe paper. And the smallest little thing would make it fall apart, and that's what the issue is. People need to grow up here and get over stuff.
Yeah,
exactly. And you grew up in Ireland as well.
Absolutely.
And I grew up in Ireland, so yeah, like in the UK as well, right? We grew up, we make fun of each other and take the piss out of each other all the time. Whereas
you got to.
In most other countries, they don't do that, and people have gotten so sheltered in their lives that they can't take anything anymore. They can't put up with anything anymore, and people need to grow up here and get over it, because they won't survive in the world without it if they don't grow a thicker skin. In business,
100%
they'd
agree.
be tore apart.
Well, that's what people were wondering how you got along in life. When in our youth there was no social media, and you were.
No.
I never said. I could say I'm handicapped or disabled and not offend someone that says, "Oh no, you're physically challenged." No.
Yeah.
No, it's still called handicap parking. Ass.
Exactly.
So,
It doesn't fit on the sign otherwise. It's cost too much to print new signs out.
yeah.
And I have to say, out of all the countries I've traveled the world, right, for work. Out of all the countries I've been to, the US is the worst. It is right now. The present generations are the most sheltered people I've come across ever.
Self-entitled is another word for it as well. Yeah.
So you know why that there's no handicap parade, right, for Handicap Awareness Day?
Go on.
You know why? Because it'll take too long to complete.
Come on. Fair, but true.
But
true. But it's true.
It is. But why isn't the parade over? Well, tripod's back there still clutching through it.
Yeah. He's got his crutch stuck in the pothole and he can't get out.
Hey, that's almost happened.
Or in a storm grate.
Or when I'm four-wheeling, I take my crutches off my four-wheeler and go into the mud, and then I almost sink in, and then I take the crutch out and the grip is gone.
I was gonna say, tripod, you need to design almost like a snowshoe for the bottom of your crutches when you go out.
Don't give him ideas.
A Bigfoot foot.
So, Dan, when are you coming over to pick up more 3D printers? I need space.
It's funny. I was just talking to my buddy. I said, hey, maybe we should take a joyride. He's like, what's up? I said, I got to go visit a buddy of mine up north. He's about 2 hours out. And he goes, let me know when. So I might have a buddy with me, but don't worry. He's not a stalker. He won't be there every day. Just maybe every other day.
Well, he can't be as bad as Sam or Jerry. So.
He's getting stuff out of boxes, and that's usually trouble.
Sam shows up, and he ends up taking over the house.
When he starts opening boxes, something's going on.
Yeah.
He's always got weird crap in his boxes. Shit springs out and attacks you.
Hey, Stephen Poole, how you doing today?
Hey, Nick. That material pad that comes with this D1, it's amazing how much crap they throw in that box.
They send me those. I have material laying all over the place. The thing that irritates me is I don't know some of it is.
Well, yeah, I had
they sent me some stuff with for like a Halloween thing, and they sent me some like heat press on vinyl, and it was like, you're not supposed to cut that with a laser. And so I contacted them. I'm like, is this? And they're like, oh no, don't use that. So they just sent me a bunch of stuff. I'm like, okay.
What they did is they walked over to all the scrap bins and pulled out a whole bunch of it, threw in the box, and said,
no, their bin was full, so they used their boxes to empty their bins.
Yeah, and they said, stick a label. Let him.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I always get them in there like
it's freight by size, not by weight. We'll just fill it up with garbage. Yeah, that's the story.
The stuff I get from them, it's never in like an X-Tool box. It's always like a bunch of boxes taped together with like maker block tape and stuff like that. I'm like, great. What is this?
The M1, actually almost all of mine have come in official boxes. But yeah, their new F1 is kind of unique, but they're not the first. I know that they're not the first one that's out with it or coming out with it. So
I think the biggest thing with that is, and what people need to realize, and like you can kind of tell in the video, in the picture you couldn't tell as much, is it's handheld. That thing is small. Like it's like 300 millimeters or something.
Oh, the bed is 100 millimeter.
Or not 300, Jesus, 100, yeah.
Yeah,
100 millimeters. Yeah. I mean, it's tiny.
Well,
I'm like, it'd be great for trade shows and stuff like that to take to a show.
Yeah, I have the Mr. Carve M1. So here, with fiber lasers, though, Nick, is the average lens or surface, engraving surface size is about 100 millimeters square.
Right.
So... And you got the M1 as well. I saw your video on that.
Yeah.
So and that one's 70 millimeters square. So at least it's a little bit bigger. But I'm just wondering, it's got the same laser module in there as the M1. So if you're stretching out that surface area, that means your outer edges are going to be weak.
Distortion. Yeah.
Yep. So that is something to test on the video. against your, well, I assume you're going to probably get it as well. That's something to test. Is
your
the
resolution
perimeters that between the M1, Mr. Carve, and that F1. I don't know why everyone's throwing a 1 after end of or a number. It's like the M1, M4, the Atom Stack M4, which is I think a rebranded Mr. Carve anyways. The Atom Stack. There's another one that's.
They need to work on their naming conventions. Like
about the FU. Have one called the FU.
There you
go. But yeah, they're stretching the perimeter of that by having a bigger lens on it, and it usually weakens your outer perimeter.
Right.
So when you're doing a challenge coin or something with a fiber laser, you're going to want to have the smallest lens that comes with the machine on to get the most focal power.
Right.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Well, the more you go out, you're pixelating more and more of the image because you're stretching the image out over the area.
Oh, puppy time!
Puppy time!
Oh, behind him. Here we go. Wow.
Hi, puppy.
The big doggy.
Somebody
What
just
kind
got
of dog?
trimmed. Hey, bud.
Wow.
Hi, Apollo.
Cute.
Oh. Yeah, I'm a working dog guy, but he's a golden doodle, and he was a rescue, and he's the sweetest dog, man. I never thought I'd be a doodle guy, but he's sweet.
All right, let's get all the dogs on the stream. Come on, Joe. Where's Bear?
Yeah, but,
Bear. Bear's gonna be 12th in January.
like one thing I will say, the F1 it's only a 2-watt laser. It's expensive for a 2-watt laser.
Well, it's a dual.
Yeah, but it's also a 10-watt. It's also a 10-watt diode.
Yeah, but still, like you can get a full fiber for a little bit more than that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my thing is like their IR laser that they released. I don't see the point in it, really.
It's to add metal engraving. That's the idea of the IR lasers.
Well, but it's so slow.
Yeah. Yes, they will because the power's low.
Is surface area. That's it.
Right.
Thank you,
Is that
Corey.
you have a big area to play with for larger items. Otherwise, yeah, it's too slow to do anything that for speed, power, and you can't do it frequency because it's not mechanical.
Frequency sucks. Or the lack of frequency sucks. I've told people, I'm like, you know what? If you have the D1 already and you want to do really small metal, then it might be worth it. But other than that, there's no reason to buy like just their IR system. It doesn't make sense. You've got a huge bed it would take you so long.
And the thing is I don't even say it in my videos anymore that it's worth to buy or not. I just leave it up to them. I'm just looking at the product. That's the way I look at it.
Chaps, I'm gonna sign off. So I'll see you soon.
It doesn't have better detail. The IR doesn't have better detail for the slow speed. It's all about the wattage is so low. That's why you have to go so slow to engrave. It's only a 2-watt fiber. It's only a 2-watt laser, and whereas most fiber lasers are 10-watt and above.
It's 20. Usually, it starts at 20. You got 11 11 diodes that are pumped through a fiber channel.
Yeah.
And I tried. Someone's like with the Atom Stack. It was like on a Facebook post that said they called it a fiber laser or whatever, the Daewoo or I don't know whatever brand it was. I said it's not a fiber laser, and the guy, I didn't know that he reviewed it. He's like, "Yeah, it is." I'm like, "Show me the fibers in it."
It's not a fiber.
Yeah, it's too small.
I bet.
Yeah.
Huh?
Printed solid yellow. I bet that's what Dan told him.
Yeah, it's actually mixtape number 5.
That com marker though.
Hey, how's it going, Sarah?
Yeah, so a 2-watt is great if you're doing name tags and small stuff like that. 2-watt fiber is fine. It takes a bit of time, but it's okay. And if you have an existing diode laser and you want to add some metal engraving to it, they're fine for that, like doing dog tag stuff. But when you want to go into large, there are other ways.
Hey there, Corey.
I mean, Yeah, the Mr. Carve is a 0.005. It's the level of accuracy on that is absolutely amazing. And then with the other ones, it's 0.05. I mean, it's you really can't see the difference, but again, it's for the fine jewelry and little things. Mr. Carve will excel at.
Your 100 watt that you just bought, what's the biggest area it could probably do? A 5x7, or is that too big?
Oh, too big.
It could, the lens, you could go up to a 300 millimeter lens. The surface area 300 mil.
Oh, okay.
But again, you're really stretching that, and I will use the 110 or the 150. That's about it.
Yeah. Okay. As you bring it out, it's like any image, Jerry. It's like if you stretch the image, it gets pixelated. Yeah. The same happens with the
coins, business cards, anything much bigger is probably not advised.
Yeah, you lose power is what you do. You lose energy.
Yeah, but that one's being 100 watts. It can bust through that pretty easily. I mean, you're just not going to be literally doing the deep engraving as you were if you had the smaller focal length or the smaller.
And I'm
lens.
wondering, is there any coma on the dots when you do the larger lens?
And that's why I want to see if I could get the microscope out and see what you were saying is if it actually the pixelization. I think it's just weakness. I don't think that's what I mean. Pixelization happens.
I'm wondering at the angle it's pitching the galvos to reach that point. I'm wondering, are you going to get what we in astronomy call it comet tailing on what is and the light. So the light's going to come out and actually be stretched out a little bit, because it's all down to the lens focusing perfectly. And if the lens is not perfect, you will not get a flat field to the edge. So I'm wondering, as you go wider out, does it go from dots to lines or streaks, comet tailed on the edges?
That's an interesting test. I
have a microscope. I don't know if you have a microscope, but I do. So if you did one and we could do something larger, I know you'd have to get it to me, but I could put it under a microscope here and test it for you.
Yeah. I mean, I got the new Z-axis. Go ahead, Jerry. I got the new Z-axis. Amtech sent it out. So I'm hoping that's the only thing that broke because I wasn't going to test it without it having a good Z-axis. So
yeah. But if you,
I don't know if they disputed it with FedEx, but it's none of my concern. So.
Yeah. So let me know if you. I don't know if you have a good microscope or not. But yeah. if you don't, and you want me to if you want to do something out to the full size, we can actually look at the dots on the way out and see if I could do a series of lines of dots in different directions, like a star shape, and then we can actually compare the dots to see where they're round and where they're stretched out. I'm guessing with the optics, because I know they're not putting in super high end optics in those. There's no way. I'm guessing you won't get a flat field of view out to the edge, and what is a dot down in the center actually slowly stretches out as you go up to the end of the field of view.
That's a nice green paint there, Jerry.
It's blue.
Is it blue? It's coming through green, yeah. Green, blue, green on my side. Yeah.
Candy apple blue, and the base is I forget the color of the base. Kind of an orange candy apple. I got to clear coat it yet. I'm out of clear coat, airbrush, water base. So I had to order some. When the designer made this arm right here sticks out too far. I need to cut this part of this arm off because I don't like the way it sticks out so far. So yeah, it came out really good. I'm happy with it. It's all resin printed. CG Trader, the file's only $10. And I wasn't going to print this eye, but actually I like that one the best now that I printed it. Actually, people that are watching on YouTube, this drop game and the sound are coming from Twitch. People that are on Twitch are doing it.
Yeah, it always drives me nuts when I'm doing I don't know, Nick, how many, or anyone else, how many times people send you or make a comment on a video. Which metals can your dial engrave?
Are you, Dan?
Every single one of them. Every single time you're online showing a laser, what metals can we do with this? The answer is none, and this is a fiber laser.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Church 10 watt that I got from Trevor, I have to do a video on more tumblers, and I got to do a video on cutting different materials. but I've been tied up with this video, so I haven't worked on that video. And I don't know. It gets to be a pain. I jump around from one hobby to another hobby, doing video here, video there, and do my best to get them done on a timely manner.
Yeah, I get medals all the time, and it's like, can you do this specific type of whatever? And they give me the code of the medal, and I'm like, I don't know. Like, sounds like you need to try.
Send me some of it, and I'll let you know. Was the answer? That's what you say. Send me a sample, and I'll let you know.
You know what? I've had a bunch of people ask me like different like gun slides and stuff if they can, if you can do it, and that's what I say every time. I'm like, well, if you want to send me a gun slide or a magazine, sure, I will check it out.
Oh yeah, I remember that the knife. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people say there's no way a 5-watt diode laser can engrave with cold galvanizing spray. It says it's surgical steel on this knife. Now up here, obviously I can't feel it, but when I get down in here, I can feel those letters.
Yeah, but it's not engraving, Jerry.
It's not.
It's chemically bond.
Yeah,
you're
not
engraving bond with the metal.
Yeah,
you're
I can feel it, but over here,
but whatever
you're superheating it.
Is being bonded to the metal is what you're feeling.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
So the cold galvanizing compound that I sprayed on, which I got the idea from Nick, when I did that just kind of bonded that to the metal. That compound.
Yes, fuses it to the molecules. Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
So that's what you're feeling. It's just not. Yeah. It's not cutting into the metal. It's marking it.
It's heating the metal to create the material that you coated it with to bond with the metal underneath.
It's just changing the color of it.
I'm still working on this. Okay.
Oh, nice.
That's a serious knife going nice.
Okay, but here, you ready for the tails? You guys are first seeing this out of anyone.
Poopy dog.
Bear poop. It's bear poop.
Dog.
Yep, bear.
Jump dog. Jumping dog.
Yeah, so it's I'm still working with the person that did my logo to get this to be fully and so I can mess around with it for it to come out right.
It's a full SVG, yeah.
Yeah, it's SVG, but it's a matter of having which ones I want indented and not, right?
And that color shift is from the temperature?
It was with the fiber laser.
Yeah, but I'm saying I can see a pinkish and a gold, so you've got to talk that color change.
Okay, so that's with frequency, power, and speed.
Yeah,
that will give you the
two-tone.
Give me a second. I'll grab the other coin.
Zombie Hedgehog, are you still in the chat? This is what I was talking about earlier in what we were talking about in the private chat.
Okay, so that gives you three colors.
Yeah, I did this on after Liam's stream one day. That came out really sharp.
That came out real crisp. Yeah, that's nice.
So what I did was I did a vector at higher speed and lower power because everything was black around the edges, and that brightened it back up again. Yeah, fiber lasers are fun. This is a brass blank coin, and these are pretty darn expensive, so I try not to mess them up too much.
Oh, cool, Corey.
Now I do have some PMags that I also tested with. Let's see here. Is it here? Hold on. Yeah, because as Nick was saying.
Yeah,
this was actually done on the X tool.
Yeah, you do. That's at a fast speed, so it just changes the color, surface color.
Yeah, this was just speed and power.
And some of that looks great, but it depends on what the mag is made out of, and you don't know that going in.
Oh, there was lots of testing. So this was just a quick pass on just with the fiber laser on that bottom, just to see. But yeah, it's a
right.
Well, it's some sort of plastic, right? That's not metal. Is that a plastic or is it metal?
It's plastic. It's a polymer.
Okay.
But then you've got stuff that's Cerakoted. You've got just anodized aluminum. You know, you've got all these different things, and people are like, can it engrave a mag? And I'm like, it depends on the mag. You know, it depends on the laser. There's so many things. Like you think you're asking a simple question, you're not.
Well, and this guy was having difficulties on the Facebook group. I guess they sent him one before any videos were out. And he's like, I'm having problems with it. And he's like, the focal length is wrong, for the arm. I'm like, what do you mean it's wrong? He said, mine's working fine. And because he's saying to everyone, oh, it should be this length. I'm like, okay. I said, how many IRs have you worked with? I said, this is my first one. I'm an engineer, though. So, okay, you're an engineer.
Big deal.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I could print out something and say that I'm something too. So
yes, but what you are, we can't say. But John, this what you are, we can't say. We could come.
Yeah. Oh no, because he is already frowning. Because I'm not an expert, he was already frowning upon me, right? So I said I have no problems. So I posted the pictures that I did. I said maybe you have a bad unit. So he pings me up on Facebook Messenger. He did a video chat. He's in his bedroom with a 3D printer on the floor, and he's got the IR module. And then I said, oh, everything's working on mine. Focal length is fine. With their arm that comes down to, and so he then pings me later on. He's like, dude, I'm dying over here. Everyone's asking me about these PMags and can it do can it engrave it? I said, well, I guess I could try it. I don't have a pew that takes that. So let me go into a store and get a few.
Yeah.
So I don't want to get you violated here, Mr. Jerry. So I said pew instead.
Yep, we're just clearing it.
I like lasers.
What are they?
Yes, I like lasers.
Yeah. What do they cost though? Just as interest. What's the price of a P2?
Can't see that, Jerry. The reflection is hard.
That's why I'm tipping it. It's a kitty iPad. Shitty iPad's working.
Oh.
So they had like a sale, 6 of them for like $50. So I started testing with it, and within because it's all a combination of settings. At least I'm dropping one that I didn't have to worry about frequency because it doesn't have frequency. So it's just power and speed.
Right.
So I finally nail it down, and I send it, and I update the Facebook group, and I also had it in the video, right? So this guy posts it on the same Facebook group. Yes, it can do PMags. Here are the settings. I call him out on it, and he played the victim. So our younger generation, right?
What?
I'm like, no, you reached out to me, buddy. Don't you play the victim. You reached out to me. I helped you, and you didn't give credit to who. I didn't need to do this. Yeah, I did not. I wasn't even going down that route. But you were interested just to see what it would do. Yeah. Yeah, and then that's when buddy of mine just says, if someone ever does that, you charge them. And it's like, yeah, I mean, it's an insult. It really is. I spent a good evening working on it, dialing those settings in, spending up money on the
you have to go out and
that I didn't have at the time, which I do now. That I could use. Yeah, but now I can use them. But
what's up,
that's beside the point, right? I went out, spent my own money, my own time on it, and you couldn't at least give me credit. Oh, look at that!
Hey, hello.
What's up?
How you doing?
Hello,
Hi, buddy.
Hi.
This is Ozzy.
Hey,
Ozzy's in the bath.
Ozzy.
What's up, buddy?
You keeping your dad out of trouble?
Are you? No.
No.
All right.
No.
Never.
He's probably helping him get in trouble.
Nope.
All right. Are you okay? Do you want to jump?
Nick, the one thing that this M1 should have had was a honeycomb bed at the bottom. I don't understand why it doesn't. I mean, that's very annoying.
Yeah.
Well, they give you these triangle things as standoffs.
Yeah.
To suspend the parts. I mean, I get it for the.
there's no real place for them to go. It's not like the knives you get in a CO2.
Yeah.
Yes. Hold on. I gotta get ice cream sandwiches. I'll be right back.
Oh, where's mine?
Yeah, one for all of us.
Yeah, better bring him.
I've got to pop off and do that domestic stuff since the wife's. So I need to go hang my laundry out. The machine's
All right,
beeped
Kieran.
and said it's good to go out.
Hey, Kieran got a haircut too.
He did.
Pardon? I need one of those.
You got rid of the luscious locks.
No, I haven't. No, I haven't.
Uh-oh. No, it's still shorter than.
Yeah.
I need a haircut bad. I need a haircut real bad. No, Corey, it's 6:30 here in the morning. Yeah, I need a haircut real bad.
Starting.
You have a great day, and thanks for joining us, Kieran.
No worries, guys. Look after yourselves,
Bye-bye.
and
Take care.
I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Here's a link if anybody'd like to drop in. I'll post it in chat.
And it looks like a sunny day. You can see the light peering through the window, shining a big line.
Yeah, I like
Sunlight.
Dan's emoji. Look at that hot-looking woman in that picture with him. Yeah, Dan, you don't need to come back on screen.
Yeah,
Leave up that
I'll just leave
emoji.
the picture up for you guys. I tell you every time, man. They're not wrong when they say I punched up with that one.
Yeah, but you don't tell Sam you did that, right?
What, that I made that the picture?
No, don't tell her that you leveled up for her. That's not the other way around, right? Never let them know that you leveled up when you met her.
How old is that picture? Like 10 years?
It was our engagement photo. So let's see, we've been married for 6 years. The photos would be probably 7 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's always an old photo.
Yeah.
I don't.
We don't take any new photos. It'd be really hard to get all the family back together again.
Cool. Hello. How you doing?
I don't post any old ones. It's all the new stuff. Not nude. New.
I'm glad you clarified that.
Wait, there's a tripod.
I don't. I did. I mean, Liam, you really jumped up, so I had to make sure you understood.
I had to say I'm glad you clarified that one.
That's me and my wife who got married there.
Yeah. Look at how happy Gary is.
15 years ago. About 15 years ago, before I got fat. That's when I had a job.
That's what I had a
You got a
job.
job now.
Yep, that's pretty much what it did to me.
That was my favorite truck behind me, an F-350 diesel dually I had jacked up. And here, well, no, I'm not going to do it. She'll come in here and hit me. Never mind.
Oh, then you have to do it.
Here you go. I just made these on my wedding.
That picture was so long ago, wasn't it? Those were from so long ago,
Okay.
weren't they, Matt?
Here,
I mean, what? Those are what? 6 months old?
Yeah.
Not even.
here.
Not even.
When we got married, I looked like this, and now she looks like this.
Oh, now you're going to
Hey, do you guys remember that guy Jerry? Who
Good
used to
time, just look at a
Yeah, I
fly
remember that
at
guy
Jerry's
we used to
head.
hang out with before his wife killed him. Okay, head smack coming in 10, 9, 8.
And then when I seen that picture, here's what I did.
You got Ozzy's attention.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Here, your boy will like this one.
Oh,
And he's gone.
As he
Look at him
jammed
run. No,
half of the ice cream sandwich in his mouth.
Wow.
Jerry, you might have got away with it. She may not have been watching.
Yeah.
Oh, you got
Ice
lucky.
cream sandwiches. Where's my ice cream sandwich?
Don't worry,
Oh,
I
no,
text her right now.
We send her a
I'll send her some
screenshot.
pictures.
Don't
Hey,
worry.
this is
Yeah.
Bill Dad Build. Hello. How you doing?
hey, that's
hi.
Mom Build Mom. Bill Dad Builds would be Mom Build Mom or Bill
Ladies
Mom
and
Build.
gentlemen,
I said,
we've got
can
Steven
we
the
call you
light speed in the back room.
Build Mom, build.
Hey,
and she
Steven.
said,
Hey,
How
Steven.
you
What's up,
doing?
guys?
How goes it?
Oh, if you guys want to see a kick-ass model that was done, I mean,
I got
Steve
one.
does a whole bunch of them, but this looks like it was made by Microsoft. Look at this thing, man.
"Oh wow,
Oh, yeah, I saw the design. It's
make
lovely.
it bigger." Yeah, there it is.
I saw you posting it on
Yeah.
TikTok.
Dude, that
Yeah,
is
I just updated it with diffusers in it because people were putting LEDs in them. So there's one for that, and there's one for a PlayStation, and then there's one for the guys that can't get a girlfriend. There's this one. So,
The single player.
Nice.
or the ones that have girlfriends and wives or
Player
vice
one.
versa that
Are you
just
gonna
don't want to
call
play.
these
Stephen,
are.
I have proof. I have a marriage certificate.
Exactly.
Stephen, are you going to call it that?
What?
Can't get a girlfriend version?
I was just going to call it yeah, we can call it that.
You should. When you post it up on Etsy, you should say they can't get a girlfriend version.
Yeah, exactly. So this one, it's kind of blowing up on Twitter a little bit. I'm actually surprised at how many people are interested in these. But
Very cool.
I don't even play video games, so.
Yeah. Hey, Steven. You
Yeah.
should really just name that one because he's a single player.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, hey, Dan. Hey, so I reached out to Dan. I reached out to that guy. You gave me
yeah.
So I redesigned his model so that it's a single piece. This one's broken. But you know how like Fix 'em Dude makes them where they break apart like models like that?
Yeah, they snap apart as a card. Yeah.
Yeah, he loved it. Yeah, so we're making it into a card basically.
And then
I just mailed him. I mailed him. He wanted a sample, so I mailed him a sample today.
That's cool.
But yeah, he wants 1,000 of them. I figure it's going to take me maybe 3 weeks to do 1,000.
Yeah, yeah.
So
you got a bamboo.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. What's that machine behind you?
Oh yeah. I just got that yesterday.
Welcome to the family.
There we go. Yeah, Hey, listen, guys. You know, like I'm skeptical, obviously, but I just don't see how Prusa is going to stay in business after this. I mean, if you can get one of those for $9.99, there's no reason to buy any other printer. If you have that kind of money, there's no reason to buy any other printer.
Yeah.
Bamboo.
I've had it for 24 hours, and I am just
gobsmacked. Yeah, I mean, Steven, the only time I've had a failure was by my own making.
Well, I'll tell you, there's a problem with them. Here, I'll tell you in a second. But this was 3 hours. This baby Cinderwing. If you've ever printed one of these, you know this is an 8-hour print on a Prusa, right? So this was 3 hours of printing in ludicrous mode, the fastest it can go. So, I mean, look at the cooling on the.
And I think that's the best thing they did was put that big cooler on the side.
I think it's the only thing that they do that like a Voron can go as fast as the Bamboo. There's no question. The Voron's probably faster than the Bamboo. The problem is the cooling, right? The cooling's the problem. So this printer is seriously impressive, and the multicolor is absolutely nuts. The only thing I keep thinking of is like this guy's going after Prusa. Obviously, I mean they're going to come out with one with the $6.99. That's kind of a stripped down version, and I mean, even right now, like people go, "What printer do you buy?" You buy a Bamboo. That's just what you buy. You know,
the PIP you're referring to, their new PIP.
Yeah, this was undone on the Bamboo.
But even this one,
Viking.
To be honest with you, tripod, maybe you'll agree, but like I'm telling people are like, yeah, but it's $1,500. No, don't get the AMS. The AMS is kind of gimmicky, right? If you just want a good, solid, fast printer, you cannot beat this for $9.99. The basic model is amazing, you know. I mean,
can you buy it now? Anytime I've ever gone to their website, it's sold out.
Well, no, it says pre-order.
It took 4 weeks to get it.
Yeah, but it says
shipped out of Texas.
Oh, so you do the pre-order, you get it. Okay.
Yeah,
but check this out. So, like, the cool thing about this is like on your app, you have access to it. You can see the printer going all the time. It's like having Octo print in your you know, in your pocket. And it texts you. It'll send you a text when the print's done, or if there's a problem, it'll stop
Spaghetti detection.
And listen, these guys, you can tell they just tested and tested and tested and tested. Look, I was kind of skeptical. In fact, John and I talked on the Kickstarter. I'm like, you know what? I'm not falling for it. It's got to be, you know, I've seen too many times these Kickstarter printers, they promise everything and they don't deliver. I think these guys have promised more or delivered more than they promised, to be honest. So
I'm like, the only thing that, like with all the videos that were produced with it, I thought it was actually a bigger machine because of no one really had it next to them. It was
very small
in front of them, and then it looked bigger. And then when I saw it at Murph, I was like, "Wow, that's actually pretty small." Because I'm like, "Where the hell am I going to put this massive machine?"
I didn't think it was huge. I did think it was
realize
huge when I
is
saw the
basically-
reviews.
It's basically the size of a Prusa build volume. That's all
It's
it
a
is.
little smaller, actually.
I don't think so.
It could fit inside the Ender 5 Plus without
No,
the
it's
AMS.
bigger than a Prusa. It's 256 by 256. A Prusa.
I'm
is
talking
210 by
size
220.
wise, it could fit
Mhm.
inside the Ender 5 Plus.
Oh yeah,
Size-
for sure.
Yeah.
It is
So-
way smaller than I thought it was going to be. And when I got the box, I thought they forgot to send me the AMS unit.
Yeah, it's pretty clever packaging.
Dude, the way they package it is nuts. Like everything is bolted inside the printer, and everything is screwed down. Nothing can move inside of it. It is.
Well,
if you got the money,
What
you should get
problems,
one.
dum-dum?
My one weakness, I think, with it is its build volume.
What did he
Not
say
all
about
of it in small parts?
So yeah, there are problems with it. And let me tell you a couple of the problems I've already noticed. I've already reached out to Bamboo. I'm surprised more people have not complained about this, but so people complain about bed adhesion. There's a massive bed adhesion issue with it. In fact, so much so that it comes with a glue stick, right? And if you know me, you know how I feel about glue sticks. I threw that thing in the trash immediately. But
Yeah, which you shouldn't have done.
I'm not going to need it, and I'll tell you why. The reason that it doesn't stick is because it's on a PEI sheet and the heat's turned off. All their profiles have the PLA, ABS, and PETG. The highest the bed heat is 35 degrees C. So this print that has tons of little surfaces, no glue, no nothing, right? This is, I turned the heat up to 70 degrees and opened the door. So I'm convinced, and this print, I could barely get it off when I pulled it out of the printer. Like I literally couldn't get it off the bed plate. So I think that the problem is that they don't have the heat on the bed because they're under the understanding PLA don't need it.
So the reason why the glue stick is actually there is the opposite reason. Is to help release it from the bed.
Yeah.
So because I put it on Twitter and I'm like, oh, I never used the glue stick. They're like,
yeah,
that's why your sheet looks like crap and everything is sticking too well.
Well, the other
solution is the opposite for this.
The other solution would be to put nanopolymer or something like that on it, and that would be coat it once and then leave it for weeks. You can use it for weeks.
And now I just use just the standard Elmer's glue on it, and it's fine. But now I got the textured one. Yeah, I got the textured one that I haven't tried yet. So
I got the texture one too. It's coming still. And you know what else is great about them is the replacement parts. Like you can buy a whole hot end for $20. I mean, I thought they were going to screw everybody on the replacement parts. The parts are super affordable.
Yeah.
Hey,
Build, if you ever do buy one, they ship out of Texas. I'm not sure where, but they are in your state.
Yeah, this one shipped out of Cali.
I have been, so I went to them and I asked them if they would send me one for free so I could review it, and they said no.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm still going to buy one. And every time I go to their website, it's like pre-order only. So I just hadn't done it because I didn't realize they were still producing them. I thought it was they were that.
No, now they got the more affordable one without the LiDAR, and it's without the side panel. It's customizable, except you cannot get LiDAR on.
I'm going to buy that one too, honestly. I don't see how you can go wrong with the way the Bamboo is now. Look, and there's people that are talking about problems. There are problems. There's jamming problems. There's some issues with it for sure. But I think most of it has been tuned out of it because from what I can see, it prints like a dream, to be honest.
It's you know how hard it is, Steve?
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Sergio, HVAC. Hey, Sergio.
Hey, guys. Dinner.
Wow, they've dropped their filament down to $12.95 a roll. Then clearance, I guess.
It's Black Friday deals they're starting to put out there now.
Jerry, I have an affiliate code. Can I share it?
For who?
For ZYLtech.
Yeah.
No.
So
I'm an affiliate with ZYLtech.
Hey,
So it's for a different company, sure.
I had to join this conversation because some people say that they're having problems with stuff sticking to the bed on the Bamboo Lab. I got to tell you, I have no problem whatsoever. And I bought the textured PEI, and I hear that a lot of people are having problems with at the temperature that they have set.
Yeah,
I have no problem at all. I just printed this yesterday,
But Sergio, that's the problem. I think is that the profiles all are set at 35 degrees. If you have, we all know from using textured bed sheets, you cannot. PLA is not going to stick to a textured bed sheet unless it's hot, right?
I printed this on the textured bed sheet, no supports, no nothing, and it did not fall. It stayed on there. Look.
At 35 degrees, though?
At 35 degrees.
Is that carbon, though? Is that carbon fiber?
No, this is bamboo. This is the bamboo black.
Oh, man, it looks good. Man, their surface quality is like insanely
it's unbelievable.
Good.
Look at that.
I mean, there's like no flaws.
Nothing. This
don't
thing
exist.
Yeah, the bamboo is pretty loud.
Well,
somebody said it's loud. Let me tell you.
Yes, you exist. We're reading chat.
Let me tell you, Mr. Anything. You're right. So I have three Core XYs, and Core XY or 4 Core XYs, and Core XYs are just loud normally. So that's not like abnormal. This thing is the loudest thing in my house. I mean, it's louder than your kids. I ain't kidding.
Yeah, but it's also at ludicrous speed, right? And you can slow it down. It'll be quieter, but yeah, I can hear it into the living room from the garage when I'm doing spinning fast. And then the EMS, when it's running too, and switching and pooping, it makes me, when I poop, it sounds less.
Well, I've heard like Zach is often on, right? And when Zach has it running in the background, that thing is screaming and we can hear it. And normally our microphone cancels out that sound, and it does not cancel out the bamboo. So it is a noise.
Liam, when you get used to the speed, you don't care about how loud it is anymore. Because you want that to be done at that speed.
It does.
Welcome everybody on Twitch and YouTube that are watching. And yes, I interrupt people all the time. Welcome. Yeah, we're reading chat. We see you. We don't always answer all the questions. I don't always throw them on the screen, but we do pay attention to everything in chat.
It's Steve and I went back and forth through a lot of messaging and even talking.
I wish I would have listened to you.
And I'm like, I've backed, so far everything that I've backed has, except for that Sunloop filament dryer and a printer, has been really good. So,
well, I wasn't worried about them delivering. I was worried about that they were over promising, and I was also worried about their support. The support was a big thing for me on a closed source printer. If you can't get parts, I mean, you're fucked. If you can't get replacement hot ends and stuff, you're in big trouble.
So you notice how there's excitement for this new printer, and everyone bashed them for not releasing the source code when they were testing it, right? Yeah. So now you got the same people that are excited about the new one that bashed them the last time on Twitter. Isn't that ironic?
If everything works, there's nothing to upgrade. You don't need the source code.
Do you ask for a source code for every printer that comes out?
Yes, I do.
Honestly.
But that's the thing, though. If
the machine just works and you're not going to upgrade it,
I always
everything is
ask for the
perfect
source
on it,
code.
there's no reason to have it.
No. So I don't think you.
They're not going to release a source code on it. It's going to be a closed source printer. They were talking about, I think, the Prusa slicer, right?
So they were talking. So was it the other one? There was another one that they were talking about that they didn't release it.
Anchor make.
Yeah. And they did it to Bamboo. And I said, well, it hasn't even went out to production yet. I mean, it's not. Customers don't have it yet,
and technically they don't need to until it goes for sale, right? But
and so
but I'll tell you the other thing too, that there's a big debate on this Bamboo Labs. Is it running on Clipper? I'm gonna say they say it didn't, that it's a scratch build, but I see a lot of similarities with Clipper, and I would love for somebody to take the board out of one and reverse engineer it to see what their source codes are. But
what is Clipper?
It's a firmware. It's a community built firmware that runs on a Raspberry Pi, or actually it runs on any. Basically, it offloads all the calculations, because this is all about math, right? So it offloads all the calculations onto a computer, like a single board computer, like a Pi. And the reason it does that is because it allows you to use cheaper control boards. So you can use a control board literally from 10 years ago and a Raspberry Pi and have a state-of-the-art system. So it was originally designed to be a cheaper solution, but now you can't get Raspberry Pis. So actually now it's more expensive than going the traditional route. But
dumb, wait 2 or 3 years before you buy one. That way you'll see if they're still around, but I don't think they're going anywhere.
I gotta go make dinner. You all have a wonderful evening.
Yeah.
I'll probably pop back later if you're still on.
Hey, Lon,
All right.
I see you, man.
All right.
See you later.
Oh, I talked to Steve about this. I said they're really heading after Prusa. Period.
Absolutely.
Pricing.
No two ways about
Pricing. I mean, Prusa when we went to Murph, they said that they actually bought one. I'm like, yeah, you have to, because you have to see what your competition is. You don't think that car manufacturers buy the other car manufacturers' products to see what's going on.
And listen, I talked to Joe Prusa yesterday, honestly, and he, they are still not concerned about it. He doesn't seem concerned about it. Like I think there's he's envisioning it kind of like a very gimmicky, but I told him, I was like, dude, it is legitimately, I mean, you see the guys like Filament Frenzy. I mean, Filament Frenzy is a notorious Prusa guy, and I was too.
Let me interrupt, Stephen. We're going to do our giveaway now for one roll of ZYLtech Filament, USA only, for a roll of PLA, PETG, or ABS. If you want to enter and you're outside of the U.S., it has to go to somebody in the U.S. So if you like winning stuff, go ahead and do hashtag USA in chat. But
I
it
like
must be
winning
delivered
stuff
to someone in the U.S.
Hey, my printer's pooping now, so I need all the filament I can get.
I'll take it.
Here, everybody on screen is eligible to win.
But you're rich. You ain't do.
That is true. That is true, guys.
Liz can even enter, but it'll need to go to somebody in the U.S.
That girl, she liked it. I could tell that she took your humor really well.
No, yeah, I'm super rich, guys. That's why I afford all this stuff.
Let's do a draw, everybody. We got 21 entries. So last chance. Hashtag USA in chat.
Are you going to do a giveaway for Protopasta? I only use Protopasta, so
I'm only using ZYLtech.
Oh, well.
They got a lot of great filament on their site.
I use ZYLtech too, actually.
How dare you,
Here
Jerry.
we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it better not be tactile again.
What's my favorite ZYLtech filament? Let me think about that for a second.
Pab TV. Pab TV, are you in chat? You need to be present to win. Say something in chat, Pab TV. And are you in the U.S.?
You know what's really good on theirs is their carbon fiber PLA is really a good filament.
Pab TV, are you in chat?
For the price point.
And if you're not in the U.S., I can either redraw or you can donate it to somebody that's in chat in the U.S. and then they can pick out their filament. Pab TV, are you here? Let's
Going once, going twice.
10,
Pab TV.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
9.5.
There he is. No.
Pab TV, are you in chat? 10 seconds.
Probably one.
And everybody's welcome to self-promote.
I wouldn't do that to you, Jerry.
Oh, Jerry, what are you surfing there? Look at that tab right there. What's that? That's not good to show to everyone.
No, there's nothing on there that's like, I think about that. Just like in my videos, if I don't want them seeing the video, I just blow the screen up. That way people aren't freezing to see. Where does he go? Pab TV, you're not in chat. We're going to redraw. Here we go. We're drawing again. Mad Cat USA, Corey. Corey is in chat. Say hey, Corey.
He's not in. He's not in.
That'd be funny if he left in a minute.
Reroll.
He's right there.
Corey, are you still here? Woohoo, Corey won.
Yep.
All right, Corey, go ahead. You know the drill. You won a few weeks ago. Check out their website. Send me your address and an email, and we'll get it mailed right out to you. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Very cool. Congratulations.
All right.
Awesome.
So, yeah, Sergio was showing the hot end assembly with the cooling fan.
Yeah, I think it was only like $30 for that whole thing.
Yeah.
It is. The hot ends are like crazy cheap. I mean,
yeah.
To replace the
What do you got
nozzle.
there, Dan?
Oh, that's my new declogger I sent to Dan. It's called the plastic plow.
Oh, nice.
If you've seen the
Big
no
long
clogger,
needle.
check this out. Yeah. If you've seen the no clogger, it's like the no clogger, only it's not a lightweight piece of junk. So that'll break.
You're muted, Dan, so you're talking to yourself.
You're muted.
You're muted.
Sorry.
So, yeah,
You're having the best conversation with yourself.
What
I
was
sent Dan
saying
a few
is
of those.
The handle is braided really well.
Hey,
And,
Dan, why is the tip brown?
Oh well, you know.
He's making
when you
gingerbread.
use it, you gotta take the filament out of
Just the
there.
tip.
Oh, okay.
You're such a bully, Tripod.
Oh, well, thanks, Nick. Appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much.
But yeah, it has been used. I can verify it does work. And I like the magnet.
mine has I put magnets in it so that you can actually mount it somewhere, so you don't have to leave it sitting on your desk or something. So
Yeah, I've got the other mount hiding back.
Tips are always welcome. Subscriptions and bits and all that. I really appreciate everything I get from everybody.
I
Thank
actually
you very
got
much.
one. I got one with a printer. It's not a big hefty handle like that one is, but I got a nozzle clearing rod that's 1.75, so you can push it down through the extruder to clean it out, and it works wonders. It's my go-to. It saves so many issues compared to using those needles, which are often a waste of time. If you can push the material down from above, you're done.
Liz,
Yeah,
would you
so-
like to come on camera and show us your penguins? We'd love to see them.
the no clogger has a sharpened tip on it, and the reason I almost put one through my hand, I actually laid my hand down and almost stabbed my hand with it, and I thought, God, why is this thing sharp? And then I look at the handle. There's no infill in the handle at all. And mine started cracking apart. I tried to get a hold of them. They don't respond to emails. So I thought, you know what, screw this. I'm going to make my own. And then I found the rods for it. And so I sourced my own rods. And then I thought, I wish it was a magnet. You could stick it on the wall or something, you know? So I started making my own. And somebody's like, well, hey, I want one of those. So I started making my own. The plastic plow. What's his name? The plastic plow. Plastic plow. That's its name. What's its name again? It's plastic plow. See, I don't have a...
The TikTok video is hilarious.
Well, the crazy.
Well, yeah. So if you don't know,
red, I
Steven on Twitter is he's got some humor, and some people don't like it. I love it, and I back it up all the time. And someone was trolling him back, saying that he copied or he traces images and calls it his own.
I steal people's ideas.
Well, no, not stealing. You don't know how to model. And the way that this person said it, watch the video, I was like, he just traces it and calls it his own. Oh, I'm like, so you trace in Fusion 360. That's great.
So this is the one I got this. I got this with one of my printers.
Yeah. You know, I had the declogging thing has been around for a long time, but FlashForge used to send them out with their printers, and that was probably the first time I saw one. So
yeah, I got one of these with one of my
non-fam.
Yeah, they would make a great prison shank for sure.
But I've been using this. This is fantastic. These are.
Well, I was just gonna say the other night I was streaming and I used it to clear a clog out in one of the printers. And everybody's like, what is that? And I was like, oh, that's the plastic plow. I said, Mr. Plow is giving a couple of those away for the Christmas giveaway. I got a nice little pile of parts building up back here. I said, Mr. Plow is throwing 2 of those in for the giveaway. And they're like, what's the link? I need one. Because, you know, it's one of those tools that you don't use often, but when you need it, it's like, it's nice to have. And like I said, I mean, he's got a good price on him. I mean, how
Bruce says shank. That's what you call it. They did the shank.
Yeah,
I'm selling them for $15.99. It's basically $19 anywhere in the U.S. ship. So
nobody's gonna have an answer. Nobody's gonna have an answer for this. But on TikTok, I don't have hardly anybody watching me. But on YouTube, I got some shorts I put up. 3 of them posted, and then 2 of them didn't. And in the title, it says, you know, pound short or whatever. And in the description, I have it. And for some reason, they're not showing up.
What, the
One
shorts?
17 seconds. One was 17 seconds long. Another one was I added my ending to it to make it 25 seconds. And it's not posting. I don't know why.
Jerry, double check the settings on the videos and make sure you got them set for public and not private. Because even though
they're set to public, you can go to my videos and watch them. But when you click on my tab, it says shorts with all the different tabs. They're not showing up in there. Therefore, they're not going out to the public as shorts. The one on my Canon camera went out and it's listed, and the one on the head I did is listed, but the other 3 aren't popping up, and I can't figure out why. So,
Jerry Knapp, are you crazy?
Driving me nuts. I'm 58. It's probably something I'm doing wrong, but I've checked it and I've checked it and I've checked it. Hashtag shorts. Hashtag shorts. It's in the tag. It's in the title. It should be there.
But the tag doesn't determine if it's a short or not. You have to upload it as a short.
Yeah. When you do your upload,
mobile.
upload as a
Jerry,
short.
how are you uploading it? Are you uploading it on
I do not upload off my mobile. I upload off my PC only. YouTube says put hashtag shorts in the description. I upload off my PC
That's
only.
not a thing anymore.
Yeah, it's not a thing anymore. He's right.
The hashtag doesn't pull it into shorts anymore. That's
right. You have to upload it as a short.
You have to upload it as a short.
But the one on the Canon camera I didn't upload from my phone. I uploaded from my PC, and it showed up in shorts.
You have to. I don't know how it does on the PC, but I do know for a fact, because I'll give you an example. 3D Musketeers, right? Pretty big YouTube channel. I told him one day, I'm like, hey, you're not really uploading to shorts, right? Just because you're tagged. He's like, yeah, I am. I'm like, no, it basically shows up as a regular video.
That was before they had their whole shorts thing.
Segment before they had a section for it.
As a short, so it would pull it into that stream, but that's been gone for months now.
Yeah.
I don't do shorts really.
So how do I pick? You don't do videos, Liam?
No,
because Liam's short enough to make short.
Yes, I am. I'm only this size on screen. You see?
But like I was telling Liam, he says he doesn't have time to do videos, but he's got time to do shorts. He can pop out his camera, film something real quick, talk about it, and he could do a short every day. Wouldn't be a video, but it'd be a short.
I can show you my shorts if you want to see.
No. We're good.
Yeah, Liam.
There he goes.
Jerry's tired of your bullshit, Liam.
Yeah. Hey, Steven, did you order your PEI sheet texture from Bamboo Lab or from
okay, from Bamboo Lab.
You definitely want it from them, because otherwise every time it goes on there.
There's Liam at the doctor.
If it doesn't see the tag on there, the error pops up all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's why it's better to get it from Bamboo Lab, because they have the tag on there.
Oh, they're
I'm supposed to get one from.
They're locking everything down, huh?
Well, I'm supposed to get one from Wham Bam to test theirs.
Wham Bam
doesn't put that tag. Well, I don't think they know, but yeah. Otherwise, that'll pop up. That's why I bought mine directly from Bamboo.
Yeah, if you want the Wham Bam, you can just get it on AliExpress.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Okay, right here. Shorts.
That guy hates me.
Yeah, those tags are for 2 reasons. If this thing is not centered just right on there, it'll tell you that.
Right.
Okay, here's a short here. Here's a short here, but they're not showing up under shorts.
It's your orientation on the screen also matters too, doesn't it?
I don't think it does anymore. But the thing is, I've never uploaded a short on my PC. I always do it on my phone. And when I do it on my phone, I have an option to upload a short.
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly how that would work on a PC, because I just haven't done it.
I upgraded my air compressor.
Can you hear the audio?
Yeah, sort of.
Hey guys, look at this. I upgraded my air compressor. Well, actually, we got a new air compressor, but she doesn't know it yet, but she will. I guess I can say it's an early Christmas present to me, huh?
Jerry Knapp, are you crazy?
Hey guys.
Well, here with Jerry, the fact that she asked that question, there's something wrong, because we all know you are crazy, right? So,
when I taped that, I wanted her to walk in the room behind me. She didn't know I had it, but she wouldn't do it, and we were arguing about it. So later that morning, I went in the bedroom and she's talking to her mom. I said, Brandy, do me a favor. I'm recording. Say, Jerry Knapp, are you crazy? Really loud. And then I put it in DaVinci Resolve and it threw it together so it sounded right.
You should just make a short channel of her beating the shit out of you. I would watch that.
We've all seen it on these hangouts. So
yeah, why give it away for free?
Yeah, make some money on it.
Yeah, that could never happen. But anyway,
just have her just smacking the shit out of you. Seriously.
You should create a channel called Smack Upside the Head.
Over that.
Yeah,
Jerry, that's just you. You should do a channel called Smack Upside the Head.
But you guys don't have any idea why it's not showing up in shorts, other than I should have used my phone. But the ones that are showing up, I use my PC.
I'm going to throw this out there, Jerry. I think this is true. Is that in order for it to be a true short, it has to be from a phone. That's what I think. Because I'll tell you, TikTok, you can upload from your desktop, but forever you could only do it from your phone. So people are like filming on these fancy cameras and using all the software, and then they have to like basically take it down to 480p and put it on their phone to get it to go on.
You got to drop it back over your phone to do it up. You don't have to do it now, like with TikTok, but in the beginning you did. Like in the beginning, if you wanted to do it on a fancy camera, you had to drop it back and do that.
There's really no purpose to it because you're losing all the resolution.
Right.
Technically your phone does a better job probably.
Okay.
Yeah. I gotta get a better phone. So.
Me too.
Oh, you already got the 14, don't you?
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm rich.
You're rich.
I'm assuming there's.
I love it when he does the proto pasta. Day.
Guys, listen. I only use proto pasta, so
that's because Steven's a suck up. We all know that. But
listen. You want to know the truth? You want to know the truth? Because of Akuma mods, proto pasta don't like me, and that's okay. I still buy their stuff. I mean, I wonder how much proto pasta Akuma mods is bought. Oh yeah, 0. That's right. I forgot. Fucker. Sorry.
Okay, so guys,
I didn't mean to bring the room down, but
I just have a 3D printing question for you guys. As far as
we don't know any of that stuff here.
What's the 3D printer?
So
witchcraft.
I'm having a hard time with this first video because like putting the thing together was super easy, and printing actually, after I figured out what I was doing wrong, was super easy. So what is like a kind of a beginner difficult print that I can try? Like something articulating or something like that, or
these things are a pain in the ass.
Do a lithophane.
No, that's too hard for beginner.
I don't want to go. Yeah, I don't want to go super advanced because I just don't know what I'm doing. But I want to be like, hey, listen, I just bought my first 3D printer, and this
clock spring.
Clock spring stuff.
Yeah, do a clock spring. One of the clock springs designs, or do some of the articulating dragons. They're okay for in PLA, not silks. Use ordinary PLA, and they come out fine. But they do take a long time to print.
I'd say a clock spring design because he does practical prints as well as just fun prints. But mostly of them are print.
Hey, what about a tripod gingerbread man? How about that?
Okay, the name is.
There you go.
It only takes an hour to print.
There's clock spring stuff. He does some really nice designs.
So
and then
he's a designer.
Okay.
My Mini Factory.
Beautiful stuff.
My Mini Factory is where I need to go.
And then he got Lightspeed.
Yeah, I got some models.
Here.
Or check out 3D Mechanic. He has some good stuff too.
Here we go.
Well, wait a second. Is somebody on here that makes cool designs that I could like try to do?
Have you guys seen the tripod gingerbread cookie? Because it's fantastic.
Here you go, tripod.
This is Steven Lightspeed.
And it's free. Oh, yeah, that's a good one, too.
Yep.
It's a can cup.
Yep.
So that one you got to have your printer down. Hey, have you printed the gingerbread man yet? Of course you haven't.
No, I know.
You can get a cowboy and
I got a 3D printer
so far. I haven't printed anything cool yet.
Nick, you can put a cowboy in it, down it, crush your can, and throw it at the camera or something in your video, or near the camera.
Here, I'm gonna put a link in the private chat right here. This is Tripod's articulating gingerbread cookie, complete with a missing leg.
Oh yeah, just pull up on the screen.
Well, okay.
Well, no, one of them will put it up.
Oh, okay.
You hit present.
I put it in the chat there.
So wait a second. Does that thing print all together, or is it pieces and you put it together?
Oh, this was 2 separate prints.
Oh, that part, yeah.
No, I meant the gingerbread deal.
It's all one piece, yeah.
Yeah.
It's all one piece.
Yeah.
Yep.
Huh. Okay, I like it.
It's one of those articulating prints.
You know what's funny about that is the first.
Like
You know what's funny about that? The first time I posted that, some ZYLtech gave me the idea, so I posted it online, and Tripod texts me. He goes, "Hey, only one problem. It's the wrong leg." That's why I had to switch it.
Nice.
But ZYLtech had a good idea. He said you should make it look like somebody bit the leg off, like put the teeth mark where people bit it off. That would be awesome.
Well, the thing is there's Josh Sundquist. He's
yes
amputee, and he has those. I had some really good Halloween costumes. His
I bet.
Are top notch. He actually dressed himself up as a gingerbread man to just look for the picture with his leg bitten off.
That's awesome.
So if he actually,
didn't he do the lamppost as well? Didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, he does some great stuff. Yeah.
He did the flamingo, right? Like he was a pink flamingo in the yard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. He did the IHOP.
That's funny.
IHOP.
Yeah, one-legged IHOP. That's funny.
How dare you,
John? Years ago, you told me you had a leg and I hurt you, so you can't wear it, and I understand why. Do you still own that?
Where was he this year? Hold on.
You asking if he has the?
Oh yeah, he was Thor's hammer this year. So here I put the prosthetic leg. This is why when you have a high up amputation, for it to secure it, first off, it has to rest on the inside of the hip. A hard piece of plastic, right? It's suctioned on to your residual leg, your stump, and that piece of plastic stabs you next to men's body parts that you don't like.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. The leg. The Christmas leg, dude. That's awesome.
See the gingerbread man?
Oh, dude, that is so good.
Blizzard.
A blizzard, dude. That is so awesome, dude. Who is that?
Josh Sundquist.
Dude, that is so good. That freaking Christmas leg is fantastic. I love that model.
Look at the flamingo. Look how he's balancing on his crutches.
Let's scroll down a little bit. Look at the genie, dude. Look at that.
Look at the Tigger, dude. The Tigger is awesome. IHOP.
That's crazy.
I have never the Christmas tree. The Christmas tree is so funny. A goalpost.
He made himself into a fidget spinner.
Tripod, what are you doing with your life? What is going on? You gotta do something like that.
Mine was a little bit more bloody and guts. I had my leg was severed and I was dragging behind me.
That goalpost is epic.
It's kind of like when you lose a limb and like all your other limbs get more kind of like when you lose a
He's asking if your penis got bigger. Did your penis get any bigger or no?
Yeah, everything else gets bigger. It's the same thing when you cough into Texas. It's weird.
Jerry's like, okay, you gotta
go. Hey, Nick, that shirt is awesome.
Oh,
yeah,
that is awesome.
That is an awesome shirt. So, I mean, I don't know how many people have seen the movie. They should have.
Yep.
Oh, geez. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a fantastic one.
I'm like, oh, okay, that's awesome. I gotta drop off soon. It's poker night, so I gotta pick up sandwiches and stuff.
I wish I had poker night, man. I love
Isn't
playing
gambling
poker.
outlawed in Chicago?
It's not gambling.
No, gambling is no. They want gambling so everyone could not afford houses.
Yeah. Hey John, when you got your Bamboo Lab, it came with that scraper tool, right?
No, you had to print it.
Yeah,
I know, but it came with the blade, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So that doesn't normally come with them. Then I guess that was only for the Kickstarter guys, or
No, it comes. What are you talking about? The blade?
yeah, because mine didn't come with one.
Oh,
Well, I don't understand it's the magnet situation.
Send the printer back then if you didn't get a blade.
Yeah.
But is it just a regular blade or what?
No, it's a special blade.
yeah, it's a special blade because it's held down with 2 screws.
That's what I'm saying. Sergio, did yours come with the printer then?
Most only have 1 screw. So
yeah, see,
it's fancy.
Do you use it?
No, mine came with
Not that often. It's to get off mostly the purge lines, and that's it.
I'm wondering if I missed it in the packaging, maybe.
Yeah, it's I don't understand the magnet part because when you put this together,
yeah,
it doesn't. You can't use the magnet.
Is that as sharp as a razor blade, or?
It's
sharp.
Flipping sharp, man.
Okay.
I mean, come on, the guy lost a leg.
How you doing?
Yeah, I mean, Bamboo lawsuit.
Yeah.
Ready for it.
I know on their website they sell the blades, but I didn't see a blade in mine.
Yeah.
I thought you
I
were.
wonder if it's supposed to come with it.
I thought you
I
were.
want to go back and check because I almost missed it. It was packaged with. What the hell was it?
Like Joe telling him his USB stick he lost and it was in the foam on the floor in the corner.
Well, I still have all the packaging. You'd think it'd be in the little goodie box thing, right? That would make sense.
It's one of the smaller packages.
Can't hear you, Liam.
The
You're
same
muted.
bag as the
Sorry, I was on mute.
The spool
You're
holder.
sitting there going like this. And...
The spool holder, yeah, it wasn't in there that I
That
saw.
was my Helen Keller impersonation. But you could just get a glass scraper and use a glass scraper, the same thing, right?
So we need Blvd builds to print a Stephen Lightspeed model.
Yeah.
So throw it in there for him.
Oh, Nick is gone. Oh, is he?
Here,
Oh,
let's
yeah.
check out the studio. He's not looking.
No, I like the laser.
Nice.
Yeah, I was contemplating a big CO2, but I went with the fiber.
Yeah, the fiber.
Hey, Nick has
Hey,
changed.
dog. Hey, dog.
Yeah, Nick is now
Oh,
Manimal.
oh.
He went out as a human, came in as a dog.
Whoa.
Who remembers that show, Manimal?
Whoa. Which
I
show?
was gonna say, is it a full
Manimal.
moon tonight?
Nobody remembers the show Manimal. It's an American TV show.
How
Okay.
how long does it take for that headphone holder to print?
Oh, it's not bad. It's like I think the main part is about 5 hours on a Prusa.
Hey, dog. It's okay. I was just making.
It's
noise.
optimized. It's optimized.
I have
for
a-
print, and it probably prints under 10 hours.
Okay. And then how about for all the parts?
That's what I'm saying. It's about 10 hours for the whole thing.
Of course I did. I always watch
Okay,
Karate Lunch.
because I'm at a time crunch for the other one, so I have this video out for this laser, hopefully by tomorrow or Monday morning, and then the other 3D printer review out by Wednesday.
I got a ton of people to the fidget cup when you posted that. When you put that in the video, that the next day I woke up and there's probably about 20 people I think that bought it on Colts.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it is cool because it's hard, dude. It's hard to get traction on Colts. It really is because it's all based on the popularity system, right? So,
because I was thinking that
any exposure is good exposure. Like I just Filament Frenzy asked me for a copy of this, so I sent him the files too.
because probably by that one, if I have time, I could print that as the main print off of that for that printer.
I'll send it to you if you want it.
I'll buy it. I support you. So
I know, but if you want let me know.
Let me slice it and see how long it'll take.
Okay.
Because I like zooming in on the prints, showing the quality of it.
Yeah.
So,
Steven, that's
Yes.
it. It says scraper on it. It comes in this little bag.
Hold on, let me look. Yeah, I didn't have that.
Yeah, mine came in the scraper bag because it comes with the screw.
All right, guys, I gotta go lose some money during poker. So
take care, John. Have a great night.
You too. Pleasure meeting everyone. Bill, Nick, and and this guy, Mr. Know Everything.
Hey, put 10 on black for me.
Keep up the great videos.
I just looked on the box. There's a picture of it on the box.
Cool.
But it wasn't in there.
Then it must be on the floor. You unpacked it, took everything out, and it fell behind something, or it's on the floor.
My wife found this morning, the little unclogging needle thingy.
Yeah, they kind of remind me of how X-Tool packs. They like literally pack everything, and sometimes I didn't look in certain places. I'm like, oh crap, I almost threw it out.
Yep. Oh, I didn't even know what that unclogger tool was because it was just stuck into a piece of foam with the ender, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" And then I went,
hey honey, acupuncture time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kept putting it up my urethra, and I couldn't figure out what was going on.
Yeah. Okay.
It's been a slice. Later, peeps.
Later. Bye. Have fun.
Late.
Yes, Mitchell. Nothing. Why? Well, yes, I'm gonna do. I was just about to do that when you called.
Here we go. I got something I can do here.
I didn't get one, guys. I'm not 90% sure.
Oh, that's cool.
Anybody on Twitch watching? You want to do a drop? Little parachute guy.
Oh, parachute.
Oh, Stephen, send me the link to it on Cults, please.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I'm an idiot.
Well, we know that, but still send me the link.
Sergio.
You found it.
I found it.
There you go.
I'm an idiot.
It's all right. You said it once. We got the message.
Here you go. Here you go, Corey. I just read your message. But you could have just told me in a whisper what you wanted. I'm sure I already got your mailing address. But there it is. Chris Travis, 83.70.
Jerry, you got to talk to ZYLtech and see if you can get them to sponsor a 100% drop and send a couple rolls of filament. Doesn't happen very often, so it's not like they'd have to do it all the time.
Yeah, it'd be really rare. Y'all find out about that.
That's what I'm saying. Just mention it to them. Be like, hey, on Twitch, I do this little drop game on my streams, and that's what happened with Printed Solid when I was doing that with them, and that's what's going on with Printed Solid. Changed up the rules a little bit. They said 99 or higher, but
you also should do that. You should get with ZYLtech too, because their affiliate program is pretty good, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm an affiliate with them, and they've been helping out with the Toys for Tots stuff as well. They've sent me a lot of filament for Toys for Tots.
Well, they have a great deal going on right now if you're an affiliate, but I don't have the extra money to buy a bunch of filament and get free shipping. But anyway.
Yeah, and Trevor Navarre, 3D printing, he did an awful lot. He sent me a lot of filament as well for Toys for Tots. I know he's on there this week, so thank you, Trevor.
We need to run his video.
Yeah,
Why
Jerry,
do I run his
video,
Jerry? I really like Trevor. I like his company. He's done a lot for me, and I try to promote him whenever I can. I've done a few videos for him. Where's the video? Here we go, right here. I think this is it.
Hello, everyone. I'm Trevor, and this is my store. This is Navarre 3D Printing. We're actually located in the mall in Mary Esther, Florida. In our display window, we have a bunch
Wow,
of
Nick, you tipped me 3 times. Thank you very much,
Hex
my friend.
3D stuff. It's kind of hard to see with
Here,
this shine
$30
here.
from Nick.
Sorry.
Thank you.
We do a bunch
The
of
holidays are
custom
coming.
stuff.
That'll help out a lot.
Over here, we have some demo printers in the window. As you can see, we usually leave them on actively
Bro, stop with that noise.
That way people can.
Thank you.
Kind of get an idea of this. Anyway, let's go inside the store. We're having a big promotion on filament.
I say this every time.
Is the Navarre
I need one in a
series
store like that
by
here in Michigan.
Layerworks.
Yeah.
Jonathan has made some amazing filaments, and they're all USA made.
Work where you play, make money doing it.
And we have some beautiful colors.
Ooh, where's that
Navarre
file?
Florida, down here in Pensacola.
Models up here.
Does anybody have that skull file?
We've got filament.
Which skull file?
The one that's on the shelf, the 3 skulls on top of each other.
Hear no evil, see no evil.
We have ZYLtech
speak no
filament
evil.
right there.
Is that what it is?
Tons
Yeah.
and tons
Yeah.
of eSun.
I believe it's on Thingiverse.
Printers galore. We got Folson, of course, Crowley.
I think Liam's looking for it.
Again, this is our line of filament here. Well, this is Layerworks. This is our series. Man, I can't tell you how beautiful it is. It just has this beautiful opalescence in it and gorgeous stuff. Let's see, we got our front counter here. And over here, print farm.
Chitty Tech.
A bunch of Chitty Techs, a few more.
Yeah, ever since ZYLtech stopped having a 15% discount to everybody, they dropped it to 5 after the pandemic.
Optimus P1 over
rarely
here,
ever
that's
get a
a whole
dime in
different
a
story entirely. Couple more backup printers there along with filament. Got some resin action going. Been doing a few big resin jobs lately. This particular job is 51 units. Repairs. Got 2 more printers ready to go and sell on the tables. Back here we have our 30 and 50 watt fiber lasers.
Yeah, 30 and 50.
I have a 3-year-old, so she has her own little play area back here.
Ooh.
And then here's our repair section. Mainly it's Chitty Techs and Crowley. But, you know, we put everything together. That's the store. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you, Jerry.
Actually, I think that skull file is actually on Etsy, and you have to buy it. I haven't found a free version of it.
No worries. I was just curious. So Liam, are you the one that's doing? You're doing the toys.
Yeah, I'm doing Toys for Tots. Yeah.
And like, what files are you using to do that?
They provide files to us that are donated by makers, by designers, and then so you sign. The way it works is you sign up with IC3D each year. We're almost at the end of this year now. The end of November is the end of this year's printing, really. So it's only 2 weeks. But what we normally do is we sign up. You join their Discord as part of it, as part of Toys for Tots. You add it to the Toys for Tots group, and then from there you they provide the toys, or they provide the design, the STL files, and we go off and print them. And then when we're done printing them, you found it, Jerry. Okay, great.
There's a candle holder. That's different. It's got a base on it.
Oh, but when you go
I shared it in chat. Here's one that's got a keychain on it, but you can cut that off easy enough.
Okay,
I just typed in word 3 skulls.
So we get the design files, we go print, and we start printing them, and then all the design files are then in each state. There's a hub manager, which I am one in Michigan, and the guys in Michigan will send the toys to me. I'll QA them, check them, count them, and then box them all up, and then bring them to Toys for Tots depot that's in my area, and they will then disperse them to the families and the kids in the area.
So obviously, like this is too late this year, but can I get on that for next year? Can I?
Yes, they haven't opened up signups yet. I'm going to try and encourage them to open it earlier this year because they kind of open it around the middle to the end of the year, maybe September. And I think lots of people want to keep printing all year round, which I'm one of them.
Right.
So I want to move. I'm going to try and encourage them to move the date forward for signups, if we can, and maybe start signups maybe even in December or January. December might be a bit too hard. January might be possible, if I can, and then because a lot of people want to start doing it all year round. But yeah, and once they do, I can let you know. I can ping you and let you know it's ready. I'll send you a link.
Okay, my email is in chat. If you want to just like,
I subscribe to your channel anyway, so
all right, perfect.
I can ping you from the one way or the other. I can reach out to you.
Yeah, you can get a hold of me wherever.
Yeah. So we're not going. I don't think we're going to reach the goal this year because right now we're at 37,500.
Another commercial.
But I don't think we're going to reach it. I've already passed my goal, my initial goal, and now I've extended. So my initial goal was about 1,500. I'm at just over 1,800 toys right now, and by the end of the month I'll be at 2,000, which was what my extended goal has been.
All right, I want to help you meet the fucking goal next year. Sorry, Jerry.
No,
I want to help you meet that goal next year. So let me know.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll make sure I let you know once you open it. As I said, I'm going to encourage them to open it earlier, to start it off earlier if possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we get more and more makers involved to do more stuff. So, like some people find out about late in the year and so on. And I'm also working with some people, designers, if they want to design a toy and donate it to Toys for Tots, for us to print, then I'm open to that, Stephen. But I'm open to the I'm open to design because you donate it to us. It'll only be used for Toys for Tots, and it's going to get in the hands of kids, right? It's designed for younger kids, like 10 and under, and so on. But it's a fun thing to do, and like
somebody reminded me, Jerry or Liam. So Loyal Moses is doing a drive for kids too, right? And
yeah.
I found out 2 days before the due date, but I would love to design something for, like, they did a space theme one, and they have some really cool models. I would love. I
haven't seen what they have. Yeah,
well, whatever you design would have to get approved by the Toys for Tots people. So
yeah, and Loyal Moses the same way. They hired a third party because he's doing it himself. He hired a third party company to analyze all the toys to make sure they're not a choking hazard, shit like that. So. But he's sending his stuff to like Afghanistan and all kinds of stuff all over the world.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I know I have no problem. I like what he's doing. I just honestly believe that that charity begins at home, and we should start taking care. We should take care of the people within the U.S. within the borders of the U.S. before we go outside. But I know, well, what he's doing is good. I just think we have people here who can make for people here. So why?
I didn't know you were a nationalist.
Sorry.
Are you a Trump supporter too? What is wrong with you?
I can't vote. It doesn't matter who I support.
Let's don't talk about politics, please.
No, but then let's say,
all right, guys, and not on that note, but my wife's
my dinner time.
I gotta go
for dinner.
Thank you for coming. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Keep up the great work on the videos. I'll keep watching. Everybody go check out Nick Blvd. He just hit 100,000 subscribers. Right. He's got an awesome channel. Take care, guys.
Take care.
Thanks, guys. And Liam, give me that information, man.
As soon as they open up to sign up for next year, I will send it to you. Don't worry.
This is the one, Liam.
Oh, I love that.
Check this out.
Oh, nice. Now the question is the feature head?
eBay that's cool. That's big. That's like
the feature head.
That's the size it's supposed to be.
It's magnetic. Once it sticks on there, it's kind of hard to get off. But you have to get it on.
Probably a few $100s, right? $200 or $300.
No, $125, something like that.
Where?
Target.
Oh, no way.
Yep. On Target.
Yeah, I heard about Loyal's one, and I haven't seen the designs. I'd have to go look at them. If any of you got designs, send them out, please. I'd like to look at them.
Listen.
Oh, nice. So Jerry, I need to go for dinner. It's my dinner.
All
My
right.
dinner's ready, so I have to go. I'm sorry, but great hanging out with you guys, and I will see you on my Hangouts Tuesday. See you there, 7 p.m. Eastern, and if not, I'll be here again next week.
When are you going to start doing more live streams on Saturday and Sunday, Liam? And with the
I don't
chocolate
have time
printer,
for them. I do not have toys.
You got something going on with TH3D, and anyway.
I'm just building, and all I'm doing is toys. That's all I'm doing right now. That's the
Well,
only
call
thing I'm
in
doing.
sick to work for a couple days and get caught up on stuff.
I won't get caught up on stuff until I'm done with toys. Then I can start looking at other stuff.
All right.
Right now, I'm 100% Toys for Tots. And in the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be busy because I'm a hub. So other people are going to be sending me toys to QA and test and count and pack and get them all ready for Toys for Tots. So until the first week or so of December, I've got this. There's this much time, and I've got this much work. So.
All right. Well, have a great day. Have a great dinner, and I'll talk to you soon.
Take care, guys. Have a good one.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Gary, where's the lady that's always on here? I forget her name.
Jamie, she's out of town. She said she would try to drop in if she could, but she was sick and missed last week. She had extremely sick for about a week.
Oh, shit. How have you guys been? How you doing, Dan? You hanging in there?
Yeah, still fighting a bug. Been a month, and I'm still trying to fight this thing. But yeah,
I have a friend on TikTok, Zoltan, and he came here to meet me. Like, I don't know, it was like, well, now it's been a month ago, and we went and had dinner together. And the next day, he called me. He's like, "Hey, dude, I hate to tell you this, but I'm sick. I'm super sick." He's still sick. For 4 weeks, he's basically been in bed for almost 4 weeks, and he refuses to go to the hospital.
Yeah, I went to the hospital. They told me it's a sinus infection. I've been popping Mucinex and Benadryl and Flonase and ibuprofen for the aches and pains. That's what they said. Just do that and it'll clear itself up. I'm like, all right. And it's been 4 weeks. So
right.
I heard, I was talking to somebody. They said they had a sinus infection that lasted 8 months.
Yeah. I used to get really bad sinus infections and ear infections too. But you know what's crazy is I have not even had the last time I got sick was in 2016. I got a stomach flu. It was the last Christmas I saw my mom before she passed, and I was sicker than a dog. But I've not even had so much as a cold since then. Thank God. And like no COVID or nothing, you know. I think I'm one of those people, you know, that are like must be like immune to it or something. I don't know. But
you're an alien.
It's in the chromosomes. I was reading a paper on it. Some people don't get it, and it depends on the chromosomes that you get from your mother and your father. And when it gets together, it's kind of complicated. You have to look at it, but it's
pretty interesting though, right? Because like one time I came home I was on a business trip, and me and my wife both went the whole COVID without getting sick. This is like 3 months ago. And on my way home, she said, "Hey, I feel sick." And I'm like, "Oh, dang, you know, what do I do? Do I go to a hotel?" And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to go home. It is what it is. I was in this house with her, same bed, same everything for 4 or 5 days. And she had COVID. I never got it. What do you
Same thing with my wife. She got it twice.
Yeah.
And I never caught it. My sister-in-law, who lives with us, got it.
All right. Have you still not gotten it, Sergio?
Huh?
You still haven't had it?
Nope.
I've never had it either.
I've never had it either. Knock on wood.
I take Humira shots every 2 weeks, and I have major bowel issues, but I don't get sick colds. I've never had that. Hey, wow, we got DeWitt Tim, guys. Hey, Tim.
Hey, Tim.
Oh,
yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hear an echo. How you doing, Tim?
Hey, Tim.
Yeah.
I think that your car audio is picking back up.
Huh.
Oh, we
I think he
lost him.
froze. Or he's at a red light.
Yeah.
Oh, he froze.
He's in Canada. He's frozen already. It's the weather.
Yeah.
There he goes. There he goes.
Hey, built over bot. Overbought.
What is that from, Dan?
Built overbought. He's in chat.
What is that
I see
from,
him,
Dan?
so it's built overbought. He's in chat. I see him, so it's.
DeWitt is echoing.
Yeah, I'm hearing it. Yeah, let me unmute him. Hey, Tim. Okay, there you go. I unmuted you.
There we go. I think I'm okay now.
All right.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Where are you going, Tim?
Oh, hello. I'm just going to the store for Maria. I just spent the morning. I don't know if you guys know Richard Cleveland, First Layer.
Yeah.
Anyways, he was at my house most of the morning, and we were doing some changes in the studio, playing with the lighting. He gave me a really nice Rode shotgun microphone. So, we tweaked my lighting, we tweaked my white balance, and made a few changes, and then we went to lunch. And so now I'm just going to go to the store for Maria and do a few things. So I just wanted to pop in and say hi, because I usually show up in your streams on Saturdays, but today was just a different day for me. So
Hey, DeWitt.
No worries.
Yes.
Did he give you any medicine while you guys were hanging out?
Did he give me any medicine?
It's a joke. It's a joke.
Yeah, maybe.
People who've been following Rich for a while will know the joke, and for those who don't and haven't,
I know. So now I'm headed to the store, and I thought I'll just tune in for a little bit and say hello to you guys.
All right.
DeWitt, I finally pulled the trigger on a Bamboo Lab. Have you got one yet?
No, he doesn't.
No. It's hard to justify, because like when you pay for like a Voron costs more than this Bamboo Lab,
And you got to build it.
Yeah, but that's the fun part. I enjoy that part. Actually.
Yeah. Except for that little tiny one. I don't think I have to.
Yeah. So I built 3 V0s, one for me, and 2 people paid me to do it. And the last one, I told the guy, "Hey, dude, $600, $800. I can't. It is so fiddly. I mean, it'll make you lose your mind. These little, they're cool printers, though. Once they're built, they're amazing. But
DeWitt, you should put your seatbelt on.
Yeah, Tim, you got your door open. I keep hearing your buzzer go off.
No, it's my seatbelt. Let me put my seatbelt on.
Oh,
I'm lazy.
that'd be smart. You'll live longer.
Yeah, but I'm not going that far. That's what they always say, right?
Yeah, safety first, DeWitt. Safety first.
You get back out of your driveway, have somebody race down the street, and that's it.
You could drive off a 300-foot cliff, maybe.
A 300-foot cliff here? You never know.
Yeah, 300-foot pothole.
I'm all buckled up now.
Hey, Illinois potholes are the equivalent of a 300-foot cliff. I'm just saying.
Some potholes are.
Yeah, I'm actually.
So how's everybody been? How's your?
Yeah, good. How you doing, Tim?
Good. How's your stream been, Jerry?
Everything's been great. Yeah, we had a full house a little bit ago, and then people are, they get busy and they have to go. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. That's good.
That new Bamboo Lab we're
like
talking about,
day,
that they showed pictures of, looks really cool. For $6.99,
yeah, the
I think
P1P.
it is.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
It doesn't have LiDAR on it, and you can put your own custom panels on it, print them or buy them. So, I don't know.
That's pretty cool.
I messed up the slice.
Hey, Michael Castle, how you doing? Yes?
Thanks for the blade.
Hey, Mickey Steve, how you been?
I hear background.
Yep.
Anybody have any questions or anybody on screen have anything you still want to talk about?
Yeah.
We got 36 people watching. We got 12 on YouTube and 24 on Twitch.
I've been working on lithophane. This one gonna be quite a bit big.
Nice. Let's see where the drop's going. No, Dusty, you're gonna miss.
Swing and a miss.
Almost. Yeah, and that Vector that I'm working on, I've done the head in PLA Plus on my shitty iFast. I primed it gray.
It sounds like you say Kitty iFast.
That's nice.
That is nice.
I called it Kitty, QIDI, but Trevor said it's Chitty.
Chitty.
Jerry, did you buy that, or did they? Is that a review machine?
I got 2 of the 5 pieces that go around it, so it'll be something like that all the way around it, and then I can prime it and paint airbrush.
Cool.
It ought to be really cool. It's only a $10 file over on CG Trader. I see somebody had posted a picture online, and Annie Cubic Spring had shared it, so I went over and bought it on CG Trader. It's well worth $10. So, got hooks on the back, we can hang it on the wall and you get it done. So,
Jerry, is that ZYLtech? Is that a review printer or?
Yeah, sent out for me to review. It's got 2 sets of hot ends. It's got one for low temp material, and it's got another set of hot ends for high temp, a left and a right extruder. It's
funny, when they started, they were just doing MakerBot clones, right? And I hear really good things about those machines now.
I also hear they're pretty expensive, aren't they? About
$2,500 for one I have. I could never afford to buy that.
Wow.
I found this little wrench, and like I'm obsessed with this stupid thing. I freaking this is my new nozzle wrench, and I get obsessed with things. So I've had this in my pocket for like 3 weeks, and dude, this thing is the cutest little thing ever. Look at this thing. It's my nozzle wrench. Isn't it cute?
You've had a cute little thing in your pocket for 3 weeks.
Yeah. Oh no, this is way bigger than the thing that's normally in my pocket. I mean, look at this thing. It's cold here, guys.
So does your wife. So you happy to see me, or is that your nozzle wrench, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I always have a pistol in my pocket, so she doesn't go reaching around down there very often.
You don't want that thing going off.
No, you don't. Yeah, see, I always.
Yeah, I noticed you walked across the room earlier.
Yeah. I got one there. I got one in my drawer, one by the door, one at the back door. I'm a wee bit paranoid, gentlemen.
I got 2 Chihuahuas.
Yeah. Hey, that's like the German handgun.
Small,
right?
but small but deadly.
Hey, my sister's.
That's from ankle up.
Huh?
That's from the ankle up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, a funny story. My mom had a Chihuahua. My mom's dead now, but my mom had this little old Chihuahua, and we babysat. My mom used to go to Germany all the time, and so we were babysitting it. And my ex-wife, the dog would always growl at my wife, and she walks in the door one day, and she goes, "Oh, the dog's name was Tigger," and she goes. The dog growls, and she was pissed off. She goes, "Hey, you little shit! You don't growl at me!" And got up in his face. That dog jumped on her face like a spider monkey and bit the shit out of her face. And then she's screaming. You know, the dog attacked her. The dog goes running away. For 2 days, we could not catch that dog. That's how fast the Chihuahua is. Our big fat asses are running all over the house. She had to get stitches in her face to fix it.
Wow.
So, like, ever since that, I've been traumatized by Chihuahuas. They scare me.
Right, you didn't grab it
I
and
can't watch
bounce
the
it off the
Taco Bell
wall.
commercials. Yo quiero Taco Bell. I'm like, oh.
Wow.
I call them my
they're mean
elephant
little, they
hunting
can be
dogs.
mean little bastards, man.
Ankle biters.
Dude, that dog bit her like 4 times in a second. Like, I mean, like he was like,
Go ahead,
don't you yell at me, you know?
We go like,
take care, Matt.
Wait a minute.
No, I'm
See you,
not
Matt.
going anywhere.
Oh,
I thought you said you had to go.
No, I'm just saying they bite like
Oh,
very
yeah.
fast.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the Fiberpunk? You guys know what a Fiberpunk is?
A Fiberpunk?
I don't.
Yeah. So Dan's showing this in Innovato computer, right? And there's another solution that I came across called a Fiberpunk, and it's like an Arduino based for your computer to like basically it's like a Raspberry Pi alternative.
Okay.
$70 for the camera. Yeah, so I just bought that because I saw Dan's video. That's a much better. That's almost like a Raspberry Pi, actually.
Yeah, it's actually that potato that I was talking about before. It's very similar in hardware spec to a potato. So it's got like an all-winner. It's an all-winner H something like 53 or something like that is the processor in this. It's got 2 gigs of memory. It does have an SD card slot, but it has onboard. We took one apart last night on stream. It does have an onboard 16 gig eMMC module soldered onto the board. So,
Jerry, you're rich.
And these things, like you see it with a power cable and an HDMI cable, it's only $30.
Yeah, it was $49 shipped to my house.
Yeah, I ordered.
And unlike a Raspberry Pi, well, not easily with a Raspberry Pi, you can run multiple instances off of that.
Yeah, it's got. There's
you can run at least 2, right? Successfully.
Yeah, there's a gentleman. If you get the for $10 more, you can get a USB hub and a dedicated Wi-Fi and Bluetooth module to go with it, and then you can run up to. There was a guy. It's Prince. Is it Prince Joe 3D? Oh, Prince Leo 3D.
I saw his video. Yeah.
Yeah. Jerry's using them. That's a pretty expensive camera stand you got there. That's what, like $300-400.
How many do you have, Jerry?
Closer to
I got
$500.
I'm not using, but I'm not getting rid of them. When I used to run multiple printers when I was printing jobs, I had a Pi for every printer, Pi 3Bs.
Jerry, you want to sell them? I'll buy them. I mean, I'm serious. Like I would buy some.
Those things are selling like hotcakes these days, man. That's like a $600 like.
You know what? I could sell all 4 and buy a bamboo almost.
You could, Jerry. Like honestly, like I would give you. I'd probably for a used one, I'd give you $80 a piece for them.
Jerry's like, look at him. He's thinking about it.
I don't need them anymore because most of my I have rep and duet on a lot of them, but. I'm like addicted to Clipper, so all of a sudden I hated Clipper and now I can't get enough of it. So
yeah, that was me like a year ago. I was like, Marlin works, why would I mess with it? But then not to have the great debate in my own personal experience, I will say this, my personal experience between Marlin and Clipper. Marlin is such a pain to configure and change and modify anymore, and every time you do an update to SV to VS Code, then all of a sudden you got to update Marlin, and if you don't transfer things over, things are breaking, and you're spending 2, 3, 4 hours trying to just figure out how to get it to compile the firmware. With Clipper, you make a change to the config file, you hit save and restart, and it's working, or it'll tell you this needs to be fixed, and then you go.
Yeah. So I was just gonna say, Dan, in regards to like usability, it's almost identical to RepRap, right? You update a file, and then you restart, right? That's pretty much the same. The thing about Clipper that I absolutely love, because as I'm learning about Clipper, when it breaks or you do something stupid, it tells you like in plain text, like, "Hey, dumb shit, you changed this and you shouldn't have," right? And the problem with RepRap is if you make a mistake like that, you can literally spend hours or days trying to backtrack to figure out what you did wrong. And Clipper's not like that. Look, Clipper is the future for sure. I'm pretty sure that Bamboo Labs, if it doesn't have it, it's pretty highly inspired by Clipper for sure. It's very similar in usability, but now I've learned that even you can run Clipper. They just came out with Clipper for duet boards. And so you can have the great hardware of a duet and run Clipper on top of it. And so that's kind of where I'm headed with my printers right now. But I need Raspberry Pis is my problem. So Pis are like crack cocaine right now.
I forgot that I'd started a print and I had an issue with my offset a little bit, and I saved my offset, but wanted to make sure that it was right. So I was like, oh.
Dan, you were like the first normie that I saw that had Clipper, actually, because outside of that, Clipper. Every time I went to the Clipper to try to learn about it, I felt like the guys were kind of jerks,
Yeah, and that was kind of the thing when I started getting into playing around with Clipper more, and I was doing more with it. I was like, well, I'll just stream it and talk about it, and and I agree with you. There's a lot of parts of the community that are very elitist, shall we say?
Yeah.
You know, they're like, you should just know these things. Why don't you know this? And I'm like, well, let's play around with it. And if I break it, you learn from my mistakes and let's keep going, you know? And I did get a lot of help. I can't say that, you know, when I got into Clipper, I got lucky. There was guys like Zach, Ryan Thorpe, Aaron Geared, those three guys.
Yeah.
They helped me out a lot with understanding, you know, getting the basic understanding down so that I was not so scared of Clipper. Because, you know, I'm a creature of habit just like everybody else. You get a printer, it's got marling on it. You're used to marling because that's what you learned with your printer. And then now all of a sudden here's this new, it's like going from Windows to Mac or from Windows to Linux. You know, I always tell everybody it's simple. Marlin is Windows, Mac is going to be your rep wrap, and then you're going to have Clipper, which is your Linux. That's the geeky guys that want to dig in and do some crazy stuff, and that's where, you know, Clipper kind of resides. So that's kind of how you look at those, or at least that's how I look at those three. You know, Marlin is Windows. Windows is on, you know, everything. Everybody's had a Windows computer. I mean, you get your rep wrap users. They're pretty die-hard. Let's get a duet board and let's run rep wrap. And those are your Mac users. And then, like I said, your Clipper users are the guys who are like, let's grab somebody else's scraps and try and make it work, you know? And that's kind of how Clipper is. Again, my opinions. I don't want to start a war. I don't need people in the comments like blowing up.
The Voron guys are still, and there's still a large amount of them that turn people off to Vorons because they're just jerks. I mean, you go in there and they literally said, like, I had a guy, I saw a comment in there, you shouldn't be playing with this kind of printer if you don't understand X, Y, or Z. It's like, really, dude? You know? What's up? Oh, you just pop it out with your hands. Cheese grater. Watch me make a mess of myself here.
Sure, guys, I'll catch you if you're still on when I get
out.
out.
Right here. You got to push these buttons in.
Okay,
All
Tim.
right, Tim. Have a great day, buddy.
See you later,
Hey,
you guys.
easy, Tim.
Okay, bye, guys.
I'm calling fixed drop. I'm on a different screen in OBS.
I'm
recopying over the URL.
Steven, I'm just throwing this out there. You could probably design something better.
I know, right?
Of course, you'd just be tracing it from somebody else's design.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Here we go. Drop's working, guys, on Twitch. Everybody on Twitch, we have the drop working. It's a drop party time.
Jerry, you raised your arms. The camera lifted up.
Yeah.
By the way, I ordered one of those cameras today, the 4K version.
Nice, Sergio.
Yeah.
Creator removal tools.
After seeing the way it works, I'm like,
oh shit, Jerry! I just looked at the screen. I didn't. That scared the shit out of me. I thought my computer was glitching.
It's funny how the camera follows it.
Yeah.
I feel like it's looking into my soul.
You know, Jerry, you guys remember the Zoltan from Big, right? And I know, I'm just saying, like,
the camera's like, no, you're not fooling me.
You should make one, Jerry. You should 3D print yourself a Zoltan and put that head on it. Stick it in the corner in the background.
Anyway, yeah, I need to print a bigger one. I'm going to go into NetPad or Blue Band, cut the head off, key it, and I'm going to reprint it in resin possibly. Well, the new resin printer I'm reviewing isn't big enough to make it full size. So
just saying, Jerry, to save you from getting beat up so much from the missus, maybe you should do a casting of that and do it in latex. So when she wants to hit something, she can hit that and it'll have a little split to it.
If it were me, I'd just put that in the bed, cover it up with a blanket. She probably wouldn't know the difference.
Yeah.
We sleep in different rooms, so they should notice.
I was gonna say, scare her one morning. Just put it in bed, put a head on the pillow.
Why do you guys sleep in different rooms, Jerry? What do you guys sex to each other while you're laying in bed?
Actually, when she wants something, she usually pings me on Messenger. I'm sitting right here doing something. Hey, you know, want me to bring her something in the bedroom so she don't have to walk to the kitchen to give herself. She'll message me. Yeah. I sleep with my dogs in a different room. I snore really loud.
That's what I was just about to ask you.
I have noise coming out both ends, so I have a separate bedroom.
Safety first, Jerry. Safety first.
Looks good. when I was married before my other wife, I was with her from 14 until I was 34, and I think the last 5 years we were together, we slept in different rooms too. We were like roommates.
I told her I'm going to buy her a single bed and get rid of the king size bed. She goes, no, why would you? I said, well, half the bed you store all your junk on it. Just whatever is on the other half of the bed, whether it's magazines, books, dishes, stuff that needs to go to the kitchen. It's just all stacked up on one side of the bed.
You could be like I Love Lucy, right? Where they have 2 different beds and an end table in the middle, like the old school days.
Back in the 50s, all those.
That was my grandparents. That's no joke.
Yeah,
my mom and dad had separate single beds with a nightstand in the middle. My dad was a World War II vet, and I guess certain things bothered him. He might wake up and swing or something. I don't know. That's what my mom
Isn't
told
that
me.
funny though? I wonder why it was like that. Like, why was it like a perception of like being like
post-traumatic
sexual or
stress?
something?
Probably. I don't know.
Yeah, because there was not a lot of contraception. It's probably birth control.
Well, but the way they used to film stuff, they didn't want anything that insinuated sex in any kind of way,
Right.
or stuff like that. So that was the big thing back then. Nowadays, hell, you remember when you couldn't see a commercial, a woman with a bra? Now,
Dude,
they're in bra and panties.
Sergio,
now.
listen. Hey, I go on TikTok too much, but there's a whole channel under the guides of it being natural, like natural. Remember National Geographic when we were kids? Like, you see all the tribal women. There's a whole channel on TikTok that is pretending to be like a National Geographic, but really all they're doing is showing completely nude women, and the comment section is the best comment section. The guy go, oh great, now I'm on some list because I looked at them. I'm on the FBI's most wanted. But dude, Twitter, there's a whole side to Twitter that is horrible.
Matt,
Instagram.
the link is in a private chat for what he's talking about. Anyway, joking.
Yeah. But it's just crazy that there's so many like places now, like our world is so sexualized everywhere all around us. And I wonder, like, I mean, if you imagine like being a kid, and having to look at the Sears catalog, you used to look at the Sears catalog and now it's like, it's all around you. I think it desensitizes people to it to some extent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can remember a little kid. Hey, Mom, where's some Montgomery Ward's the Sears catalog? I want to look at the toy section.
Exactly, Jerry, dude. Hey, I don't know how old you are, but like I'm 45. But listen, when they used to come in the mail, when they came in the mail, I used to steal them and put them under my bed. I swear to God.
Yeah.
And at nighttime, I'd be looking at the Sears catalog, going, "Oh, baby, that's a nice toy." Oh, geez. But now look at it, right? Like if you're a kid, like you literally have whatever you could dream of at your fingertips. It's so dangerous. I mean, it just seems so wrong, but it's there, obviously.
Yeah. I was waving goodbye to Mad Cats. He says he's leaving.
Oh.
That's why I was like, no, me no.
Have a great night. Congrats on winning the filament, Corey.
However, I gotta say something. You were a pro at looking at those magazines when you had one finger holding a page to a toy and the other part was back in the section in the back.
Yeah,
when
so you
somebody
didn't get
was in
caught.
the room, you just quickly flip back to the toy section. That's how you know you were a pro at staying out of trouble. Not saying I did that. Not saying I didn't either.
Yeah.
Let's see who we got to rate out there. Wow, nobody went on. We got Maker Declo Mountain Knife Company and Charity Makers. Nobody else started to stream yet.
Who's on my
Twitch we're
list,
talking
Gary? Let
about.
me
For
look.
those that are on
I wonder
YouTube.
if I can put my Bamboo Lab on Stream Deck.
You could. Hey,
Yeah,
Mitch,
if you're doing any kind of charity related thing, Charity Makers or something, it's for charity. He'd welcome you.
Jerry, the Mitch just fired up. He's doing his Voron V0 build.
The Mitch. Is that the channel
Mitch
name?
22. I just dropped the link in private.
Oh, Little Mitch?
Yeah, Little Mitch.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, he's
Backpack
currently
printer
working-
Mitch?
Huh?
Backpack printer Mitch?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
trying to get
okay.
away from
Yeah,
that
I see who he is.
He wants to be RC car Voron V0 Mitch.
Yeah.
Well, He'll be fun to raid. I just started following him.
Oh yeah, he's a good dude.
He is a good dude.
Yeah, he was at Earth. Every time he passed by me a couple of times, I say, "Hey, Mitch, where's the backpack printer?" Oh, Breakor was wearing it for a while. He said Justin has it. He was walking.
Was he the little
around
short guy in the videos? He's really short.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him, Jared.
Yeah, he has
Yeah, I know
the
you're talking about.
printer on his backpack.
He's got the Delta.
I've got another riddle.
That's
Anyway.
Mitch.
He was at Murph and they made him ride. What was it? That skateboard? What was it? A
He was riding
motorized
his one
skateboard?
wheel. Yeah, he was
Oh,
riding
yeah.
his one wheel with the Delta printer on, doing a print while he was riding it across the park.
While he was riding it, yeah.
Yeah.
At Murph.
Yeah, that's part of the reason I think why I like Murph over Earth. Like I've seen some Earths, I've watched the videos and stuff, and I'm kind of not upset that I didn't make it to Earth this year because Earth versus Murph. Murph is more what I like, you know, the get together with your buddies, have a couple drinks, shoot the shit, and have fun. And Earth is more of a kind of
Hey, Polymaker, how you doing?
corporate event.
You want to drop in? You want to drop in for a minute, Nick? I was going to do a raid, but if you want to come in, I'll stick around. Let me.
Hey, Nick.
I put the wrong thing here.
What's up, Nick? Nick.
Yeah, we had a full house a bit ago, Nick, but we're kind of dwindling down at the moment. Here's an invite link if you'd like to come in, Nick, and then if Nick doesn't come in, then we'll do a raid.
Go hit up
this
the
real-
Mitch.
I'm live
I'm
on
getting ready to
Twitch
go
and
eat
on
dinner.
YouTube right now.
I smell they're baking something.
What the baking?
It's always a terrible thing, isn't it, Sergio? When you're sitting there and some food that you know comes wafting in, and you're like, I wasn't hungry, but now I want whatever's in the oven.
My wife is doing a lot of preps for tomorrow's my sister-in-law's birthday. So we have a bunch of people coming over. So she's pre-cooking some stuff tonight and prepare, and she's going to get up at 4:30 in the morning and start cooking. I
can show up about 5 a.m. and somebody will be there to open the door for me, Sergio?
Yeah,
I hear
absolutely.
good food. I heard you say there's going to be a lot of good food, so.
My wife loves to cook. I love to cook.
I didn't get this figure by skipping a meal. That's all I'm saying.
Me neither.
I made a chicken parmesan the other day, and my daughter and my son-in-law both loved it.
Sergio, you're killing me. My wife just called me and said, hey, I'm not hungry, so I'm not going to order anything for dinner. For me. I said, you can skip me too because I'm not hungry, but now you're talking about chicken parm, and I'm like, oh. My inner fat kid is like screaming at me. He's like punching me in the taste buds right now. Like,
You guys probably got really good Italian food up there, huh, Dan?
All right, guys.
How
I'm
about-
gonna raid the Mitch's channel right now, and we're gonna end the stream. And I'll be back next Saturday, 1 p.m. Pacific. Everybody on YouTube, thank you very much. Everybody on Twitch, we're gonna do a raid right now. And thank you everybody that's here. Thank you for the subscribes, the bits, the super chats. I really appreciate all of it. Everybody have
How
a great
about-
day.
Jerry.
Hey, how about bacon smelled filament? You know, when you do your filament, it smells like bacon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they have it. Protopasta has
You
that.
have it, yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought I came up
Here
with
goes
a
the
new idea.
raid.